What's up, guys? Perfectly Techno here, and we are back with No More Light, episode 7. Uh, what? No, don't do that. You're not that guy anymore.
I'm not. That guy is dead-ish. He's dead to us.
Yes, he is. Anyways, welcome to our cast. We have Sathar, played by.
Hello. Nice to be here.
We
Oh
have,
my god, I love that. That's the first time I've seen that.
We have Ridley, played by.
It's a me.
Okay. We have Professor
Are you?
Allen, played by.
Isaac.
We have Frog with name pending, played by.
Oh yeah.
Dingo.
And we have the Commodore, played by.
Dave levels up. And if you were here, Sky, oh my god, he's perfect. I love him.
Go ahead and roll me D100s to see who's gonna remind us of what happened last time.
Who D100s? Did I mishear that?
Just one.
I
For
did
a hot
mishear
second, I thought I rolled a 69, and I was real excited.
Oh damn, dude, that was close too.
that. I don't.
You were!
I don't have dice.
What?
I don't know what to tell you. My Roll20 doesn't have dice. Okay, I'm just gonna refresh. Hold on.
Look, the
Normally the
Sims.
bottom left-hand corner, right?
Yeah, that's usually where they are.
Yeah.
I don't have dice.
If you don't have it in basically full screen, it disappears for me.
Well, it's probably to do with I just installed a video driver. So give me a second to restart my browser, I guess. I didn't notice that before.
I have an opportunity to say something here that is beautiful.
Don't you dare.
That I think it's just fantastic. Did you get your browser restarted?
I have dice.
Damn
There
it.
you go.
Fuck you. I was gonna say, did it work or no dice? And you took that away from me.
Dude, that's so good, though.
You took that away from me.
Oh, I also was relatively close to a 69.
I was one number away from a 69.
Which one of you guys rolled a 6? Holy
Well,
shit.
technically, you were one digit away.
Yeah, he was. If 10 is like 100.
It is.
Wait, that means his roll is like my roll.
Okay, well in that
And
case,
your roll.
Malum, tell us what happened last time.
Well, we were on a boat, you see, and that particular boat had only us on it at the time, I believe, when we encountered a not so friendly other ship. There was great murder, mostly by our undead, who is now real dead, or just gone, possibly under the sea. And we sank the other ship because fucking why not? Killed a lot of people in the process, I'm pretty sure. We have a few survivors on our ship, but really we're going to get rid of them as soon as physically possible because we don't want them killing us first, and really that's how things go. And then oh yeah, there's another dude on our ship who isn't who he says he is, which is even more ideal because he's our new crewman. Well, they're all our new crewmen. He's our new buddy. As they say, the more you lie, the more you find liars to be your friends. It's a well-known saying. That's it. That's what I
Do
got
you
for
remember
you.
exactly where we left off?
Oh God, no.
Okay, cool.
I think there was like a big scary monster,
Hey,
and we
Dingo.
were landing on the southern continent.
Huh?
Hey,
Oh,
Dingo,
no,
you wanna remind us
we-
where we left off?
We left off with the dingo poking
no,
something that
so,
was on the
yeah,
side of the
so-
boat.
I was doing my little thing, right, playing the banjo, and then we hear a thunk, right? So I'm like, oh, I'll investigate said thunk. And then there's a little homie underneath the boat, so I poke him with a stick. Yeah, and then I poked him.
Yes.
And dare say, what happened when you poked him with the stick?
He was not dead, that's for sure. And he may have been a little bit angry, a little bit of a mean boy. Is there more that I'm supposed to be remembering right now?
No, that's about it.
He had teeth.
Yeah.
Yeah, anyways,
Lots of-
Dingo. This thing lunges towards you. What do you do?
Like,
Don't kill it.
how far am I away from this thing?
Lunge back, show
Well-
his boss.
You're about 4 feet
Actually,
tall.
yeah.
You're about 4 feet tall, and you have a stick. So you're probably like three or 4 feet away.
So this thing trying to get around the stick because he just poked this thing with a stick. So like, is it biting the stick?
Where did you poke it with the stick? I assumed you poked it like the leg.
Yeah, I was thinking more like the back.
Yeah, I don't think it really had to go around the stick to get to him.
I mean,
It'd still have to turn. It'd have to go around this. Either way, not important.
can I just throw the stick at it and like hightail it back up?
Sure.
Yeah.
So Dingo, you managed to get up the side of the boat, and
Mhm.
there's when you look at the water, there's no sign of this thing.
So, oh Jesus. Okay, like, I'm gonna just climb up back up the boat and be like, guys, yeah, there's a little guy. There's a guy. He's a little guy, and he's hanging.
Friendly reminder: you did this in the middle of the night. We're all asleep.
Yeah, no, and he's just telling this to absolutely no one. That's the thing.
Okay.
He's just saying this out in the open.
Just double check.
If it hasn't been completely obvious, he's definitely going insane. If it wasn't very clear by the yelling banjo playing from last time.
I mean, I don't
Fair.
know.
Where's the Commodore? In
Presumably with everyone else.
Yeah.
okay. And would everyone else just be below decks?
Yes.
Okay. Then I'm gonna go below deck and start poking the Commodore.
With the same stick.
Yeah, with the stick. No, I threw the stick, so I don't have the stick. This is with my
Oh shoot! Of course.
with my thingies. Also, I want to specify I'm poking like clothes to not accidentally poison this dude.
Okay.
Mhm.
So you have awoken the Commodore.
There's a little man, and he's under our ship, and he's little, but not my little, but like little.
Huh?
The dude.
But, huh? There's a guy under the. How is he not dead? If there's a guy in what?
He's a little dude.
Okay.
And he's got teeth, and I poked him, and then he tried to come at me, and then I poked him again, like with the stick, but threw it at him, and then I ran away.
Did he follow you up here?
No.
Then it's a problem for the morning. And I roll over and go back to sleep. I can't breathe underwater. I don't know what the fuck to do about it.
Fucking, I thought this dude was our fucking captain. Okay, and then can I just go back upstairs, look over the edge, and then re-jump under the ship?
Sure you can.
Okay, I'd like to do that and go back to our little dude downstairs.
When you go under the ship and go back under, there's nothing there.
ET, are you fucking with me? Are you trying to make my character crazy?
I mean, it's not like there's the ocean beneath the boat, where it could have sunk into the oblivion. But
Okay.
You know.
I'm gonna just go back then up and just sit on a barrel and play my silly little banjo for the rest of the night.
quietly pausing at every creak to see if it's him. Just totally freaked out until
as
morning.
you are playing your banjo, Dingo, you just out of nowhere you just hear a thump behind you.
No. Okay. Like behind me or like below behind me?
Like behind you. Behind you.
I'm gonna just, without even looking, 180 and thwack, if anything, behind me with this banjo.
So you turn around and you swing as hard as you can, and you hit the dead body on the ground with the banjo.
Like, was there always a dead body there, or like?
No. Whatever. So the body, as you can see, it very clearly fell from very high up, and it just has a ragged hole where its throat should be.
Oh. Oh no. Okay. Can I? I'm gonna look up. Did it come from like a crow's nest, or like where did it fall
It seems
from?
like it would have fallen from the crow's nest.
Okay. I'm gonna go back downstairs and I'm gonna wake the kid up this time.
Ridley will know
If
how
the
to
kid's
fight.
awake.
I like the progression here. Captain? Yeah, we don't
Commodore
worry
won't
about
help.
it. Hey,
I'll pick up the
child.
kid.
I feel like if I'm gonna go down, I'm at least gonna take down a child with me.
Oh, I see.
Wait,
Love it.
wait.
It's
Wait.
not okay. I get
Can
it.
I make that? Can I make that joke on Twitch?
What joke?
No, you cannot. I believe.
Okay.
Based on the words of the last sentence, I would have no.
Okay. Just making sure.
Yeah, but can I
For
poke
future
Ridley?
reference, maybe keep the phrase going down and any reference to children in separate thoughts.
Chill,
Okay.
Dave. Chill. I don't know if anyone thought of that before that particular aspect was brought up.
Moving right
Ridley.
along.
Ridley, do you want to see something cool?
Ridley
God.
Ridley gets up. I guess.
Follow me. I got something cool to show you.
You're sacrificing a child?
Literally, all three of us are gonna wake up to a dead child and a dead frog.
Can I?
You know.
Can I
That's-
roll
I'm
like
gonna-
if I
gonna be
wake up
okay.
when Ridley wakes up off of me? Something I can roll?
Roll me perception at disadvantage?
Nope. Apparently not. Good luck, Ridley.
Yeah.
I'm
You're out
gonna
like
I'm
a
gonna
you're out like a big fluffy log.
I'm gonna lead Ridley out, not show him the body, but be like, hey, there's something cool up at the crow's nest. Do you wanna come check it out? It's a little surprise I made.
Not really. I don't really like climbing.
I think you should really come up with me. Trust me, it's worth it. There's like, have I ever told you the tale of the holy frog?
But Sether doesn't let me go up into the crow's nest. He said I'll probably fall and like hurt my ankle or something.
Yeah, that's where the holy frog comes in, right? See,
But why would I
once
care about a holy frog?
it's a special custom, okay, in the Vrung community, back where I come from, right? Where once in the night the ancient holy frog of our ancestors comes out and blesses us. And if you fall, he'll catch you. It's a true story. It's happened many times.
This sounds very
He's known for catching
religious
people.
for
He's
you,
actually
so I'm gonna
well
let
known
you
for
do
catching.
this by yourself, and I'll be here just keeping watch over you. Okay?
Okay, I'll
I
go-
just don't. I just don't want to, intrude on
I
your
just
your
don't think you
holy
want to see the holy
sacred
frog.
drunk
I
stuff.
think you just have a problem with with the holy frog. Nope. Okay,
I just
fine.
don't want to intrude
Fine.
on
No,
your
no.
religion. So.
The holy frog didn't want to see you anyway. Okay.
Okay, that's his
Can I-
prerogative.
I'm gonna grumpily climb the ladder then
Which
to
culture?
the crow's nest.
Which culture was it that worshipped the orange?
Hold on, genuine question. Wasn't there a dead body on the deck? Are they having this argument in front of a dead body with its
Yes.
the throat ripped out?
Yes, they
Wait,
are.
do I see the dead body?
Yes.
I do.
Yes.
Can I
He's
get a,
not
like-
like hiding it from you.
Wait, I think he did say he was trying to get me to the crow's nest without me seeing it.
Yeah,
There's no way
that's
you
true.
could get into the crow's nest without seeing it.
I'm just not gonna bring it up.
Yeah, he just didn't mention it, but yeah, you can
Just
see a
doesn't
body
address
just
it.
laying on the ground behind him.
I don't know, I feel like this is sort of like a normal thing at this point.
Yeah, I'm just PT. I'm climbing the ladder then.
All right. Okay. So you're climbing the ladder, Ridley. What are you doing?
I'm gonna find a rope on the deck.
Okay.
I'm gonna tie it to the ankles of the dead body.
You're gonna, you motherfucker.
I gotta throw it back over with all of Seth Ar's other stuff.
True.
And so yeah, once he gets the rope tied, he's gonna drag it over to the edge and throw it over.
How tall are you, Ridley?
How tall am I?
Yeah, how much you like? You're a child. This is a
Mm-hmm.
grown ass man. Should I be making you make a strength check for this?
Oh, 100%.
Okay. Give me that strength check.
Give you the athletics check.
That'll also work.
12.
Jesus. Yeah, you do. So you managed to get him to the side of the ship, but you can't quite get him like up and over the rail. Dingo, as you arrive at the top of the crow's nest to find it empty.
Can I? Is there just literally nothing up here? Like no supplies at all?
From what you can see, because it's dark and the lantern's not lit. I mean, there's a lantern up here, and it doesn't look like really anything else.
Can I light the lantern?
You can.
Yeah, I want to light it and then just shout down at Ridley, be like, "Look, it's the holy frog," and then make my way down.
When you light the lantern, it becomes clear that the far side of this crow's nest is covered in blood.
Oh wow!
Do you still yell down, "It's the holy frog" to Ridley?
That's really not good press for the holy frog. Is it just normal? Is it just normal red blood?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I guess it's not normal because it's supposed to be in the body, but
Well,
you know,
There's
Um,
nothing special about the blood besides the fact it is on the
outside.
crow's nest. Yes.
okay.
Is there a winch or like a pulley around me somewhere? So I get this body over the edge.
There's not. I don't know
Jesus,
shit about
okay.
boats. We can say there is, and you can get the body tossed over the side.
I assume there would be pulleys all over the ship because that's just how they work.
Okay. I'm gonna.
I say I spend like a lot of time trying to get this body over while he's climbing or whatever the fuck he's doing up there.
Yeah, Dingo,
Yeah, I'm gonna-
when you get to the bottom, you just see Ridley, like, struggling to get this body up and over the side.
Can I help?
You can. Probably, like, wouldn't even be that hard. You could probably walk over and just
Yeah.
one-handed kind of.
I was gonna say, can I just help him like grab it and toss it over with my
Yeah.
little frog muscles?
Just walk up and just free ball it over the side.
Mhm.
Yes, you can do that.
Free ball it over the side.
Okay, I think I should. I'm the
I love
smart
how
idea.
casual you're being about, like, oh yeah, that was a dead dude.
The smart idea here would be to tell other people, right?
I'm still stuck on free ball it over the side. What the fuck does that mean?
After Ridley gets the body over, and it's hanging off the edge of the boat, Ridley looks back over, and goes, "Anything else?"
Well, the Holy Frog was up there. Had a very insightful conversation.
That's nice.
So, should we tell other people about the dead guy? I feel like that's moderately important.
Oh, is that concerning?
Nah, I think we're fine.
Oh, okay.
I feel like this is just like an average day at this point. You know what I
there's
mean?
been dead bodies all over the place, so I really wasn't thinking he was weird.
Yeah, no, I'm like, the fuck am
we
I
have
gonna do, man?
we have like 4 of them off the side of our ship right now.
True, exactly. I'm like, you're a kid, and like I'm a frog. Like, what are we gonna do, huh? Like, look at us. It's a couple of cards.
Yeah, I'm gonna go
And
back.
then
I'm gonna go back to
Hmm?
sleep if that's all.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. Actually, if you want to listen to my banjo playing, you can do that. But otherwise, yeah, you can go back to sleep, man.
There you go.
Ridley
If you don't
goes-
sleep, you're gonna take a level of exhaustion.
Ridley's gonna go back to sleep.
Okay. Then actually, never mind. I'm gonna go join him, and I'm gonna sleep with the rest of the crew.
Okay.
Okay, does he wake anyone up, or is he just going to bed?
I assume he's just going to bed.
See, that's
Yeah.
a problem because the guy who was supposed to be on watch is dead now. Which
Well,
means-
Yeah.
I think his character would definitely just go the fuck to sleep,
Yeah, my character would
without-
just
without-
not care.
connecting. Cause neither him nor Ridley connected the dots that it was a. I don't know if either of them connected the dots that it was a new body. In character.
That is the best thing I've ever heard. Is that they would have just assumed, oh, one of the ones on the side crawled up and got away again.
Got to retie them up.
That's why he put
Those
him back over the
waves.
side. That was the whole thing. Yeah. Oh.
we're all gonna die. Fuck, I should have woke people up, but no, I had to be catty about it.
Does
And to be fair,
Sethar
there was a
wake up
guy
when,
on watch when I got woken up.
Do I wake up?
Does he wake up when I lay back down?
Can I get redemption at this?
Roll perception at disadvantage.
Better roll fucking good this time.
Nope!
Oh,
Did
God.
not matter!
He's
Oh,
dead
come
asleep.
on! Oh! Okay, well,
I don't know how. I don't know how you feel like not waking up.
That bitch is asleep till noon.
Your eyes snap open, but you can't see Ridley. Only the sleep paralysis demon.
Ridley is asleep.
Who looks like a dude, but with lots of sharp teeth.
hold on. I am a demon, so it would just be what I'm most terrified of. Would it be Ridley just standing over me while I can't move? It's like the opposite of a power fantasy.
Let's put it this way: it's a version of Ridley standing over you, and you can't move.
I'd probably say Sethar's most terrified is just he can't move with actual Ridley next to him.
No. Did you get what I meant by that? It's like an older Ridley.
No, I understood, but what I'm saying is Sethar would probably be more terrified of a young Ridley when he can't move.
Well, whatever he wants to be scared of. That's you failed your perception check, so now you're having a sleep paralysis. You're having a fucking night terror. Enjoy that. Did anybody else get woken up?
Can I roll a perception to see if them talking woke me up?
Them talking above deck?
Yeah, about the dead body.
I'm gonna go with no. 'Cause
Oh,
that's
I'm below deck, aren't I?
yeah.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Well, maybe the problem we have with too many crewmen will solve itself. Silver linings, gentlemen. Silver lining.
Ridley wakes up, sees another dead body. God dang it! Now we have to put another one over.
How do they keep climbing back?
They keep climbing over.
Well, it is the next day, so let's get to the first thing of, do they even tell you guys that there's a dead body?
No, why would I?
Well,
Yeah,
I'd
the
Most
imagine
in character thing would be to say no.
I'd imagine whoever the Night Watch was supposed to report to, and whoever replaces him in the crow's nest will have something to say.
It doesn't seem like anybody on the ship is noticed yet. But it is early in the morning.
Is Sathar awake?
Yeah, you're all awake.
Okay, he's gonna go get some of his jerky and realize the fact that there is a brand new body on the side of the boat. I'm assuming dressed in the same gear as the rest of these.
Yes. That is correct.
Hey, Commodore?
Yeah,
Is this one of
how
yours?
can I help you? What?
Is this one of yours? He's just gonna be standing near the side of the boat.
Yeah, he was supposed to be on watch last night. Where's the frogman? He lied
Hello.
to me.
I was doing my duty, okay, and I poked you awake, and you went back to sleep. So I played my silly little banjo for the rest of the night, and it was a very normal night, mind you.
There was nothing strange or weird about it at all.
I informed Sathar what happened the night before that until this moment I had thought was a dream.
He's just gonna turn and he's gonna stare at the Commodore and then he's gonna stare at Jig and go, so let me get this straight, Frog. You found a dead body.
I'd say he found me, spiritually.
Can you walk me through just the whole night, just start to finish, please?
So, I'm minding my own business, right? And then I hear a big ka-thunk under the ship. So I, being me, swim under. Little man under the ship, grabbing on. I poke him. He gets angry, so I swim away. I go to the Commodore, ask for assistance. Get none, so I go back down. Nothing there. I go playing the banjo. Body, right, rains from the sky, right? And I look at it. I get the kid awake.
Observer on the command deck.
Try and teach him.
Wait. Ridley's involved in this?
Thanks for the
Yes.
list, Dave.
He's
I try and
Sathar's
teach
just
him
gonna
to.
look at the nearest crewman and ask him to go find Ridley for him.
I show him the way of the or I attempted to show him the way of the holy frog in the grunt culture.
What is the holy
And-
frog?
Let me tell you, back
You're
a
gonna
couple
think
hundred
it has
years
a bad
ago,
rap.
back 100 years ago, and he just like goes on for like a 10-minute rant that is absolutely meaningless and completely made up.
I tell he's lying.
And so that's who the holy frog is, right? So then, right, I go upstairs, witness the holy frog for myself with a little bit of blood there. So I'm a knock on wood that isn't the holy frog is doing, and then come back down, help the kid throw the body over the ship, and went back to sleep.
So, just making sure, you found something on the side of the boat that wasn't any of us and didn't belong to us. You then
I
found
mean,
a dead
maybe it
body.
did. Who am I to judge?
A crew member of the boat. That is your job.
Nah.
Okay, fair enough. You
What if
find a dead body with, and he's gonna look over. Is it? I'm assuming you can see the throat ripped out.
Yes, very clearly.
With his throat ripped out and dropped from our crow's neck or crow's nest, and you went back to sleep?
I mean, isn't our whole goal to like, and he like does the little like thing with like he drags his finger over his throat, like most of these people, right? So like, isn't this just helping?
No, we're restationing them.
You know, I feel like I should come to these team meetings sometimes, but I
You
I
should.
think it's just better for I think it's for the better sometimes too.
So,
Good initiative, kid.
well, you want to come to one right now? Because we apparently have a problem to solve.
I some people call it a problem. I call it
Not getting your throat ripped out in the middle of the night?
yeah, I call it not my problem specifically. I call it that dude's problem.
I mean, yes, it is currently that dude's problem, but it could be your problem tomorrow night. Why don't we go downstairs?
All right.
I'm gonna try to collect everyone.
All right. Unless anybody's making themselves hard to find, you manage to collect everyone into one place.
As you roll up on Ridley like quickly is putting something away. He goes, "Yes, what's up?"
Can I try to see what he's putting away?
Sure, roll
You-
perception.
No, you completely see it. It's like he's a set of jacks.
Steven,
Yes.
do you like the little bard song I wrote in chat about the event?
Noise.
He's gonna look down and look at the jacks and just. By the way, did you find a body last night?
Oh yeah, I put it back on off the other side of the ship.
Did you
Hey,
not notice it
we
was one
put
of
it
the
back.
crew?
No, it was a dead body. Doesn't they just belong on the side of the ship?
It was a fresh body. There's something on the boat. Anyway, come on. I'll explain everything in a second. Until he has
I'd
everybody
be
downstairs.
aware, shark laddie. That would be my guess, at least.
Zadara is going to explain everything to everybody else. Malum and well, the Commodore was standing right there, so the Malum and to Ridley. And say, so, anybody have any idea what it is?
My best guess would be a were shark.
Okay.
Shark, where?
Boy,
Are they common in this region?
I don't know, but the way it was described, being vaguely humanoid but with sharp teeth and able to breathe underwater, it stands to reason that it was a survivor from one of the wrecks we had seen, found a way to get away and perhaps its next meal, stowed along under the...
He's gonna look at Jigsaw and hold up 3 fingers and ask him how many fingers he's holding up. Just to see if he can, like how decent his vision is from up close.
Jig is gonna just respond in a croak, which you will not be able to understand. But it'll be the word 3.
He's just gonna look around the group and like hold up his other hand, confused. Like, did anyone understand that? Ridley, what did he say?
Ridley tries to do the croak.
Randomly croaking.
Just the same noise.
Mimic it.
I will do the croak in his voice.
Everyone attempts to.
Everyone rolled a croak.
Oh, that's easy. He went.
That was not a croak. That was
Banshee Howl.
horrifying. That sounded like the sound that the thing under the ship made.
He's just gonna pause and go, very well, what do were sharks? I mean, obviously, throats, but what do they eat? Is it blood? Because if so, they left a lot up on the crow's
Well,
nest.
they tend to just eat. Same as I would or you would if we were in a pinch.
So why did it take one bite and drop its meal?
Yeah, it doesn't make a lot of sense, does it? But I can't think of any aquatic vampires. Give me a moment. I'm gonna go check the nest.
Hey, can I reference my my book,
Your Vampirates book?
my Vampires book?
Oh God.
See if there's anything that might resemble this.
You know, might just get lucky.
The book does talk about how when vampires go too long at sea without food, they can become feral.
Ridley goes, according to my records, pulls out the book.
The
They
powers
can go,
gonna stare at the book.
they can go feral apparently. So maybe just a feral vampire.
Can I? I'm just gonna hold my hand out, like not even asking for the book, just very obvious. I want to see it. Does Ridley hand it over?
Of course, yes.
He's gonna look it up and look to read the passage to see if it's if it's just like weird sex or like if it's actually trying to reference potential lore.
It's actually referencing potential lore.
He's gonna go, okay, and like hold the book out near Ridley.
And then
and when
Ridley
he's-
Ridley like goes to the next page. And apparently they could go on something called a dry spell.
when he says dry spell, he's just gonna drop the book and like wriggle his hands like it's unclean. Like just
Ew, icky,
Say,
gross.
ew.
and pause for a moment and go, okay. Anyone know if they'll return to their non-feral state?
Would Malum have a guess?
Steven?
Would he have any reason to have a guess?
Oh, he likes reading shit sometimes.
Sure.
Sometimes. Not all the time, just
Give
when the
me-
mood it
Give
strikes
me
him.
give me a guess.
Malum's gonna
Uh,
be like,
Well,
you know.
Roll me. Just roll me a
Oh,
d20
no. Okay,
with intelligence as your modifier.
okay. Well, that is unnatural 20.
Okay. You would know that after they get food again, they kind of become more civilized.
I don't know. Maybe they feed a feral dog. It becomes more friendly. You know, especially if you're the one feeding it. We should keep this vampire as a pet.
Okay, maybe not a pet, but yes, agreed.
I mean, it really depends on the level of vampire. You know,
That's
some of the
true.
lower level ones, basically a dog.
Have
I mean, glorified bat.
have I made it to the crow's nest yet?
You have.
I'd like to roll an investigation to see if there was any signs of struggle or if the guy in the crow's nest was caught completely unaware. Try to piece together what happened in the crow's nest exactly.
Okay. Give me that roll.
18.
It looks like whatever this was, like the way the blood sprayed, it looks like whatever it was just came up to this guy, ripped his throat out, blood sprayed down the front, and then he fell backwards over the side.
So likely it can climb quickly, and it is very quiet, as this guy was selected to be on watch for a reason.
Yes, assuming he was doing his job correctly, it's very quiet.
That would lend itself to a vampire over a wereshark. Alright, I'll go back down and report my findings to the rest of the group.
Malum,
Yeah.
is there anything that they dislike? Any way to tell?
I mean, they have classic susceptibility to, silver, and
Well, yes.
I've never had to fight one. So, I don't know, maybe garlic. You've heard rumors. Maybe that's why I'm safe. Ooh. I don't know. I don't mean to speak ill of your the old man, but King did love his garlic.
He's just gonna stare at him.
Feast.
Are you still eating that food?
No, we actually ran out. I have become quite accustomed to potatoes soaked in vodka, though. They're not as bad as you'd think.
We're gonna come back to that because I have follow-up questions, but Commodore, can you gather all of your men and put them on the deck, and maybe we could see it? Or actually, yeah, just line them up.
All of you line up in the sun. We'll see which one of you bitches catches on fire.
No, we can do it. We can do it below deck. We're not trying to piss them off.
Oh
We're trying to
yeah,
have a
sun.
conversation with them.
Sun can be bad for vampires.
I mean, I guess we could just like line them up near the sunlight.
Yeah, just like next to a sunbeam
Yeah.
and just like push them in one by one.
Honestly, I was thinking just straight up asking, like, "Hey, whoever it was, we aren't bad. Just come talk to us."
Yeah, just let us know.
Yeah,
We
like,
we have
we're
an
not
order
upset
of
with
who you need to eat.
Yeah, we're not upset with you. We need to have a conversation with you. Like, that's it.
Alrighty, so you guys get everybody lined up above deck or below deck?
Above deck.
Not directly in the sunlight though. We're not forcing everybody out.
Okay.
Actually, we don't tell them where to go. Let's not tell them where to go and just tell them
True.
on deck.
And honestly, I think we should be subtle. Like, we don't want everyone knowing there's a
Well,
killer
yeah.
vampire.
So we should just tell them everybody to get on deck.
Yeah.
And then see who's standing in shade. Yes.
Yeah.
Seems
I
fair.
want to know how Zathar is gonna sleuth out the vampire.
I also would like to know how Santhar's gonna sleuth out this vampire.
I'd also be curious.
Maybe you should have the mastermind help with that, as that's
Oh yeah,
Kind
no,
of.
you're welcome to. That was just
My-
the beginning of the thought.
my whole shtick.
That was just the beginning of the thought. So
Do we have any wooden training weapons on board?
No, because this is not the military ship anymore.
I believe I
No,
should.
but
believe
There's
I should
one
have a
on.
wooden
There's
sword.
one on
Yeah.
board.
I believe I should have a wooden sword,
Yeah.
shouldn't I?
Ridley
there's
has a
one-
wooden
there's
sword.
one on board.
okay, I'll ask Sathar if there are any wooden weapons on board.
Sathar is just gonna pause for a second, look down at Ridley, goes, "Did you bring it?"
Of course. It just whips out off his backpack and starts looking through it.
Just give him a second.
Okay.
He hands over the wooden sword.
What type of sword is it?
I assume it's like a short sword.
All right. I take out one of my daggers and sharpen the end of it.
Oh no,
I'm gonna
Ridley.
borrow this.
He's ruining your toy.
I basically turn it into a dagger. A very pokey dagger. And I
Playing-
put it
Playing with it
He's-
without asking.
In the
He's go-
small of my back.
He is okay. When Sathar's gonna move forward to talk to him, and when he sees him put it away, just like nod and go, remember, not trying to kill him.
Right. And this shouldn't. But it will stop them stone dead in their tracks so we can talk to them if they decide to get, bitey.
Fair enough.
Alright, 1 second. Dungeon Doggo
Hang
needs
on.
to go out.
Alright, what do I need to roll to see how much I know about basic vampire lore? Because I've DM'd
History.
forever. What?
History.
History? Okay.
Actually, no. There's an entire city full of vampires that is at war with the Dark Fatherhood.
I
gonna
just
say
rolled a
that-
natural.
I was
I
gonna
just
say
rolled a
either
natural
way,
20
I
on
think
the die.
everybody would reasonably have knowledge of vampires.
Okay, well, I just rolled a natural 20, so I know that a stake through the heart or any wooden weapon,
We'll torpor them.
piercing weapon through the heart, will immobilize them
Yeah.
until it's removed.
It torpors them.
Yep.
Alright, you wanna go out?
I'm apparently an expert on vampires, boys! Which should help with sussing this bastard out.
Easy.
They take damage in direct sunlight, and they can't stand running water. It's like acid to them.
I've been curious what constitutes running water.
River. Stream.
Well, no, like I understand that, but
Sewer.
there are underwater currents, and that's running water.
Yes, but not this far up.
Well, yeah, but I'm asking like, because like obviously that indicates a range, right? So like if they're X amount of feet above something, it doesn't affect them. So the question, like,
Oh, no, they have to be in it. They have to be in running water. Not over it, in it. For it to affect them. And then it burns them like acid. Lots of vampires wind up in the games I run. So I'm glad I rolled a 20.
Many of
One of your
vampires. Well,
characteristics is easily erodible.
Basically, yeah.
you know, for super apex predators, vampires are pretty fucking fragile.
True.
Well, but they usually stack the deck against things that would inherently do them harm.
Yeah, like only going out at night and living in deserts.
Well, master vampires don't give a shit about the sun. Or ancient vampires. They change what they're called from edition to edition. But you know what I'm talking about. The super crazy old ones that just don't give a fuck anymore and have basically no vulnerabilities save a stake.
Sunscreen. Yeah. Hey, you know what though? Rules apply. Anything through a wood chipper will probably kill it.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Alright.
With the exception of oozes. They just tend to turn into smaller oozes.
That's why I said probably.
Right.
Alrighty then. You guys have all the crew and they are in formation on the deck.
Okay, so I would like to roll an investigation to watch them as they get in formation on the deck. Did any of them take particular care to make sure they were positioned in shadow?
Roll investigation.
Also, wait, PT, do I recognize, like, okay, well, no shit, I recognize them, but, like, do I recognize them from, like, resembling the thing under the boat?
You do not recognize any of them as a thing under the boat, and no, none of them seem to be taking particularly care about where they stood.
Okay. Gentlemen, one of our own was lost in the night. You'll be spared the details, but we lost Kevin. His name was Kevin, I decided, apparently. Is that okay?
Oh no, he was so young!
you're not
You're-
talking, Steven.
You're muted.
Oh, I said no. I'm not muted. Is
Oh.
it just not working anymore?
It's working now.
I might have just gone too high pitched for it. I went, oh no, he was so young.
Not Kevin. He was my favorite.
No.
So, we need to do our due diligence in making sure we keep an eye out for one another. And if the perpetrator, in private is fine, would like to come talk to me, I have some suppositions about what happened. And we'll talk. First and foremost, I would like to know what happened.
The crew is just waiting to be released. Unless you guys
Wait.
have anything else to say to them.
Question, out of character. What happens if a vampire is poisoned? Does it react the same way as like
Is your
every
goal to kill the entire crew except for the vampire?
the ends justify the means?
As far as I know, vampires have the same poison immunity as the rest of the undead.
So
Let's-
you're telling me,
No, let's not poison the entire thing.
hypothetically, if I were to poison all of them, one of the if one were to not die, we could deduct that that one was the vampire.
You know, there's also other races that have
Yes,
immunities, and I
quite
assume this-
literally, you can quite literally, by the process of elimination, figure out which one is the vampire.
Yeah, we could also, quite literally, take them in turn and waterboard them, and whichever one it burns their face, that's the vampire.
But this
Yeah, so
thing
we
was
could-
under the
we could all
water.
stab him in through the heart with a stake, and then we'll just get rid of all of them.
That's true, this thing was under the water.
Under the water doesn't matter though. It's not running water. It specifically has to be running water.
Hmm.
It
I
was
like
moving
my
through
poison
the
idea.
water. The water wasn't running past it. It's semantics, but it's important. It has to do with the fabled purity of running water. Still water stagnates. Running water is pure. That's where the legend comes from.
But all that makes me think about is the human corpse ratio, or the corpse to water ratio thing. If you guys haven't seen that, it's a humans swim in the ocean knowing there's corpses in the ocean, but won't get in a hot tub with a corpse, which means there is a corpse to water ratio that people find appropriate to swim with.
That's horrible.
I mean,
You're making some sense, and I don't like it.
I don't know. They got in the hot tub with the dead guy in Weekend at Bernie's. So their corpse to water ratio must have
very
been pretty low. Exactly.
Or I guess it would be pretty high because it would be more corpse to less water.
Whichever, yeah.
I'm pretty high. Anyways.
We aren't mad, just disappointed. Exactly, Sky.
Are you dismissing the crew to go about their lives?
Yeah, I will specifically say, what are y'all doing standing about? Get back to work.
They all say some variation of "I, Captain" and go back to doing their duties.
Is any of them in a hat?
I mean, most of them.
Well, like, we were keeping them out on the deck, right?
Yeah,
It's
they were
hot.
all in. They were all in the sun. In the sun.
Like there was none that was like their skin wasn't touching because of the hat.
No, the hats aren't that big.
Was there a dude with a really big hat?
Like everybody else was, in normal hats, and this dude just happened to wear a sombrero on the deck that day.
There was one person with a giant hat, and they were sitting on a barrel playing a banjo and screaming.
No, uh-oh.
That's the bad. Go kill him.
Maybe the vampire was inside us the whole time.
Twilight.
Maybe
A
you, Super
trilogy.
Chief.
Frogman.
Guys, don't worry, we'll win with the power of friendship.
God, talk about bad catchphrases. The Twilight Trilogy. Maybe the vampire was inside us all along.
No, just Kristen Stewart.
Kristen Stewart is inside of you?
No, the vampire was inside Kristen Stewart.
Oh.
I was gonna say.
Hey,
I was like, ah!
we'll
Stupid is
we'll
losing
leave up
his
the
shit.
we'll leave the made up pegging story for another day.
What? Christian Stewart being inside you?
It was
Shit.
confirmed. He confirmed it.
We have it on record.
you heard it here first, folks.
Continue.
Hey, Frogman.
Yeah.
It might not be one of the crew. Go check and see if it's hiding under the boat to save itself from sunlight and detection.
Okay. And I'm just gonna like dolphin dive over the edge. Do I see anything underneath?
Roll perception.
I mean, I consider it's pretty fucking massive. Like, if I saw this thing in the night, wouldn't I be able to see it now? But I rolled an 18.
You manage to catch a glimpse of what looks like its feet get moving away from you as you go down underneath.
Can I start doing the thing, like, you know when there's like a lost dog and you're like pss, 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 like with like something in your hand, right? Hold on, first question, is there meat?
There are 4
Somewhere-
dead bodies hanging off the side of the boat.
Yeah, okay, no, so I'm just gonna grab a dead body and like start swimming towards this area and like doing the little like pss, pss, pss thing to see if I can like. Yeah, no, how do you know? You're. It could
Wait,
be.
hold on. Are you just like ripping off an arm or something and just like waving it around?
Yeah, like a
Okay.
Mhm. So I'm just gonna walk towards it and be like, "Hey, man, I'm friendly," and like keep doing my little like pss, pss, pss noises as I swim towards where its feet were.
It's still moving away from you. It has no interest in the arm that you're holding.
Not fresh. Let it know if it'll be our friend. We'll make sure it gets to eat. We did already discuss this.
Can I just keep swimming closer?
Yeah, so you follow it underneath the ship and back up the other side, right?
hmm
And then as it's getting to the point where it would be like breaching the water, it kind of stops and turns around and just looks at you.
I don't even know. Can grunts speak underwater?
No.
If they
Like,
can
not
breathe
even-
underwater, I'd imagine they could speak.
Maybe. The question is, would this thing understand him?
I don't know. I'm just gonna wave at it. Be like, "Hey, man."
It's kind of just floating there staring at you.
Can I like offer it the arm?
You're just holding out the arm to it.
Yeah.
It's gonna kind of look at you, look up at the surface, and then just kind of start paddling like along parallel to the side of the boat.
Can I follow it but quickly breach the water and like call over to the Commodore that I found him?
Sure.
Yeah, no, then I'm gonna go up and be like, "Yo, little man, I found him. He's along the boat. I'll keep telling him." And then just keep following him from like a nice little distance.
Everybody on the side of the boat. What's he talking about?
When you go back under after yelling that, roll perception for me. The man is gone.
No. Okay, then I'm just gonna climb back upstairs, or climb back aboard. I mean, and just sadly be like, I lost him. The little man is gone, but he was under. You got to believe me on this one. I swear, he was under.
Get the engineer. Unless one of you knows any type of augury or divination. I'll take that as a no then. I call for the engineer.
Captain, what can I help you with today?
Do you know any augur or divination spells?
I do not.
No, that's a shame. I do want to fill you in on what all the hullabaloo earlier was about. It seems there's a monster under our boat, maybe some form of vampire or aquatic kin. But it ripped out Kevin's throat last night, and now it's under the boat.
Was the lead engineer at the meeting?
No.
Okay. Was he the only one that I recognized that wasn't there?
Oh, you mean like where everyone when everyone was? No, he was there.
Oh, okay.
I thought you meant like the little meeting you guys had amongst yourselves. I'm like, why would he have been?
No, I was like, was he on the deck? Okay, never mind.
But the head engineer nods to you and he goes, honestly, kind of timing of it kind of makes sense, Captain.
Oh, why is that?
Well, we did just get out of that Sargasso Sea, and if something could move across, I mean, we knew that a man could go across the seaweed if something came to us while we weren't paying attention.
That was my supposition as well. A survivor from one of the other wrecks. Now making do and trying to catch a meal and a ride.
Yes, well, as you know, the Kali higher ups have made their stance on vampires relatively clear.
I agree. And while we don't have confirmation that it is one of those vile beasts, it seems likely at this point. Probably gone feral from being too long at sea without food. Otherwise, it would have tried to blend in with the crew.
That it would have. Is there anything else you need from me, Captain?
Keep your eyes open. If you think anything we can use to deal with this situation, let me know.
Aye, Captain.
Because at the moment, with it being underwater, there's honestly fuck all we can do. We're gonna have to wait for it to come back, but maybe prepare some steaks.
Aye, Captain.
As you were.
Alrighty. Alright. What's everyone else doing? While he was talking to the engineer.
I figured we were just, at least Sathar was sitting there listening to him.
Can I pull Sathar aside and be like, hear me out? I got a plan, right? What if tonight we just grab like the most useless crewman here, right? We tie him up and we just watch and wait. And then when this thing comes at it, we just jump him.
Are you wanting a mutiny?
I mean,
So
it
you're
doesn't have to be in front of everyone. You know, it's a little under the nose deal.
Okay.
Under the nose, like the white lightning.
Can you write, Frog?
Can I what?
Write. Are you literate?
Are you literate?
Uh,
He's just gonna. Sathar's just gonna call Ridley over.
Yeah, what's up?
He's gonna just do the spin around motion, so that he can get into Ridley's backpack, which he is. I just assume that Ridley is carrying all the time.
Yeah, he spins around.
He's gonna just pull out a piece of paper and something to write with, and just on Ridley's back write something out, and then turn around and hand the note to Jigsaw.
he's gonna look at it and just like his pupils are going to like enlarge by like tenfold, and he's just gonna stare at it.
It's just a note that says, "We want to talk in common."
He just like he just keeps looking at it. He starts like dissociating and just drops the paper.
So I was gonna stare at him questionably for a second, then lean down, pick it up, and go, "You don't have to give this to whoever you see. Whatever creature you saw under the boat, give them the note." Try to simplify it as much for him. You don't have to read it.
What did you write this note on?
Just a piece of paper.
Okay, I just wanted to.
I'm
make sure.
specifically, I'm gonna pull out some of the. You know what? Before you say that the ink vanished later, I'm gonna go get a. Hello, dog. Like some charcoal or something. No, I'm just gonna put it in a bottle. That's gonna be the easiest thing. Put it in an empty bottle.
There you go.
That way it can get wet.
So you just want me to give this to someone?
Okay. What is the name of the thing you saw under the boat? What
The
do you
little
want?
man.
Little man. Give this to the little man.
A little man or the little man?
The little man you saw under the boat.
Because you know, if I want to give it to a little man,
Do
I
not
could
give
look
it
at
to
the Commodore
Ridley.
back there. But like, I could just. Do you want me to?
Ridley already has
the
hand
under.
out.
So like,
just
you want me to give this to a little man, and he just like
No.
walks over to Ridley and like gives him the bottle.
How?
Ridley starts putting it in his bag.
He's gonna walk over and take it from Ridley and go, no. He's gonna hand it back to Jigsaw. The little man you saw under the boat, yes?
I mean, okay.
That you've seen for 2 nights now, yes?
Yes.
Under the boat.
Yes.
Not any of the people you have talked to.
Slowly, cluelessly nodding his head.
Not any of the people that you have talked to on the deck of the boat. The person who dropped the body next to you. Yes?
Yes.
Jesus Christ, we're gonna die. Just to give him this bottle.
But what if he can't read?
Then we'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
What if he can't open the bottle?
He ripped a dude's throat out. I'm pretty confident he can open a bottle.
Okay, man. But if he can't read, I can't read either. So we're gonna be in a little bit of a predicament now.
What did they teach you?
Violence.
He just looks at him blatantly and croaks.
So I was gonna push Ridley's hand back down, assuming that he tried to stick it back up again, and just like walk off.
Can I look back on the ship?
What?
PT, I didn't hear you. What'd you say?
What did you say?
Oh, I said, can I go under the ship?
Sure.
Can I see if the little man is there?
He is not. When you head under, he's not under the ship.
Can I go to the front of the ship?
Okay.
Is he there?
Yes. He is.
Okay. Can I? I'm gonna start doing my little noises and then like show him the bottle and shake it like a dog toy.
He's gonna look at you and hold out his hand.
Can I give him the bottle?
Sure.
Okay. Yeah, I'll give him the bottle then.
Alright. You hand him this. You hand him this bottle. And he just kind of takes it, looks at it for a second, and just kind of stares back at you.
I'm gonna like do a little like hand motion and like point like inside the bottle.
He kind of just makes a gesture to all the water that's around the two of you.
Oh shit. Can I?
This the
I'm
motion.
gonna like point. I'm gonna like. I'm gonna point slightly like upwards towards like the. I don't know. What's the thing at the very front of the ship that's like really long and protrudes out the very front of the ship?
The ego.
The what is that called?
Figurehead.
The figurehead. Thank you. I was gonna say
Yeah.
masthead.
Can I like offer to climb the figurehead with him so we can open this and read it?
Well, he's not going to get out of the water while the sun's up.
Ah, God damn it.
I love how you haven't said a single word to this man.
Right?
Okay.
Like in Jigzag's head, the dude hasn't spoken, so he doesn't speak. So he's not gonna talk to him.
Then I'm gonna do like a. I'm gonna like point at my wrist like a watch, right? And like point exactly at this spot for like be here later type thing,
Okay.
and then swim away and go back up.
Okay. You are now back up on the rest of the ship. You've delivered the note. And you'll just have to wait for a response. Alrighty, Malum, what are you doing? You've been pretty quiet this whole time.
Well, Malum is enjoying vodka potatoes. Along with yeah, general shenanigans, I think. Like really he's waiting for us to make land. Malum is unhappy about being on a boat. Too many unpleasant memories. Not enough taverns. You know, the usual.
Alrighty. And Commodore, what are you, Sithar, Ridley? What are all of you guys doing? Just as this day carries on.
Doing my best to not get found out, as I've been doing for the last half a year.
I'm gonna continue studying my book.
Going to be sitting next to Ridley, I'm assuming you're in the like room reading your book.
Sure.
I'm just sitting on the bed next to Ridley, like just throwing something at the ceiling and then catching it. just waiting for Jigsaw to deliver the note.
I figured you would have been reading the book over Ridley's shoulder, so you could take it away if it got too steamy.
No, he's just thudding the ceiling every once in a while. Like
Ridley's asking random questions when stuff comes up.
what's one of the questions, Ridley?
Can I answer this for you?
Sure.
What's a dirty trombone?
No.
Trombone, you haven't stuck in the ocean yet, Ridley.
Fucking now I just had a thought pop into my head of Ridley just walking up to Sathar going, Sathar, there's a character like me in the book, and Sathar looking concerned and going, what? And him saying, yeah, they said this one guy has a hammer in his pants too. Sathar just, dear God, my boy.
All right, but yeah, he's just kind of irritating, Ridley. Like not being overtly irritating, just every once in a while, just thud, then just throwing it against the ceiling, waiting for night. Wait,
Alright.
Jigs, do you tell Sathar that you've given?
No.
Okay.
Alrighty. So the day passes and night comes. Where are you waiting for this guy when night comes?
I'm gonna be back down at the spot where I gave him the bottle.
Okay. What about you, Sathar?
He's just, I mean, he doesn't know anything's going on, so he's just gonna go up to the deck and relax.
Oh yeah. Alright, Jigsaw, you are under the water. And you go back to the spot where this guy is, and there's nobody there.
Man. Are you telling me I got scammed by a vampire?
I'm actually getting scammed by a vampire.
Imagine getting scammed.
Did I get played?
Bamboozled, potentially even hoodwinked.
You
I,
feel a rush of water behind you.
Can I just 180 and see if it's him?
It is him, and he's like 6 inches away from you, just smiling.
Can I go and dap up the vampire?
Sure. So he's
All right,
smiling,
then.
kind of standing there menacingly, and you just kind of reach out and just dap him up. And he just the look on his face is one of just utter confusion.
So I'm gonna point up and like towards like breaching the water, but not like getting onto the ship officially, so we can just talk in private.
Okay. He kind of floats up to the top of the water, and he's still sitting there looking at you, just kind of concerned.
Hey man, how'd you get here, man?
I think I should be asking you this.
I've been tracking you a little bit. You've been doing a little bit of tomfoolery around our ship.
Yes, and it's not like I killed anyone.
I mean, you kind of did kill someone.
I'll have you know I did no such thing.
Was the whole like thing that the body that flopped out of the sky with like his whole throat ripped out? Was that not you?
No, it was not.
Oh shit! Really, my bad then. So we kind of got this whole like crew
thinking that that was you, but you seem like pretty chill, man. Do you wanna like chill with us?
Yes, let me just come hang out. We'll relax, really. You, me, your entire crew that wants me dead because you told them I killed a man.
I I think this can really easily be resolved. I think we just agree that this is a little bit of a miscommunication, right, between us all.
I feel like when you accuse a man of murder, there's really no takesies, backsies.
No, just watch this. Hold on, I'll be right back. And he just like climbs up the ship, and he just calls Sathar over, and he's like, "Yo, Sathar."
Thar, who has just been sitting on the deck waiting, is just gonna stare at him hanging off the side and go, "Yes, Jigzog."
Yeah, so this is crazy, right? But the vampire dude is actually like hella chill, and he's chilling over the side of the boat right now. If you want to talk to him, but apparently he didn't kill anybody. So like, I think he can chill with us personally.
I'm gonna walk over and stick his head over the edge of the. Is he
This,
down there?
yeah, he's just floating there.
Would you like to
mean-
come up?
I think I'm good here.
Fair enough.
So do you want like food or anything?
Are you offering?
I think I just did.
I'd love some. Which one of you am I eating?
Man, I thought you just said you weren't killing people. Isn't that like a little like anti what you just said?
You can eat without killing people, my dear frog.
I mean, there's
Well-
a couple bodies if you want them. They're like over the side.
Considering his blood is poisonous and my blood is demonic, I don't think either of us would help you.
Well, I'm immune to poison. Really just gives it more of a bitter flavor, but demonic, that has some spice in it.
Unfortunately, more spice than you could handle.
Oh, I wouldn't be so sure.
We should find out. But you did not kill anyone.
Not to the best of my knowledge. My knowledge.
Have you
is
heard
fairly
anything
good
else
on
around the
topic.
ship?
Well, me and the other underwater ship community has been very, very tightly working together. I'll let you know if the rumor mill turns anything up down there.
I meant noise-wise.
It's a ship. They're loud. Not a whole lot.
Would you
else.
like a place to sleep inside?
Absolutely, I would.
You stay below deck, and you have a demonic promise that you will not be harmed. At least by me or my direct crew, and no one else is allowed to go down there.
He kind of climbs up the side of the ship and he looks at you and he goes, "So to be clear, you're inviting me in, and as long as I stay below deck, you promise that you or anybody else on this ship will not harm me."
So long as you do not become hostile. Or specifically drink a few of them's blood. Look, if you're hungry, let me know and we'll see what we can do. But no drinking people below deck. And you must remain below deck.
Fair enough, it's a deal.
You gotta step aside.
The vampire just kind
Yeah,
of
no.
stands there, like just kind of tapping his thumbs together, like not really sure what to do.
He's gonna show him downstairs.
You start leading him, and the vampire looks at you. Goes, no, I know where the stairs down into your ship are. It's more of just this is my morning. Like I just woke up. What am I supposed to do? Just go back to sleep?
Can
Remain
Jigsaw
below
just,
deck.
like can Jigsaw just try and start making like really awkward like small talk and be like, "So, how long you been a vampire for?"
Oh, give or take 200 years.
You
How long have you been cursed for?
first?
Well, I'm assuming there's some reason you look the way you do.
I was
Oh,
born this
shots
way.
fired.
All right, listen here, and he like pokes his chest. He's like, listen here, okay. The Grung are some of the best damn people you'll ever meet. Okay, we're not cursed with anything. Born and bred this way.
Oh dear.
Well, that really is unfortunate, isn't it?
Perhaps that's a curse in and of itself, my dear boy.
You literally can't go out during the sun. You should not be speaking.
At least I know I'm cursed.
I'm not cursed. And he just like walks away frustrated.
Do I hear this going on?
Yes.
I walk up to see what the fuck's going on.
You see Sithar. You see Sithar and this vampire are standing together, and Jigsaw is just walking off angry.
Like Jigsaw is inclined to do. Okay. I don't believe I've seen you before.
Oh, I came aboard today.
So you're the fellow what's been hiding under the ship.
Wouldn't say hiding per se. I mean, I wasn't trying not to be looked for. None of you were looking for a while there.
Maybe hitching a ride would be more appropriate. I'm
An expert
Bother.
on the topic?
something of the sort. You and I believe we have things to discuss. And an arrangement that could be mutually beneficial.
Oh boy, another one.
He's not the one killing things.
I'd gathered that. He doesn't have rows upon rows of teeth.
Oh no, he does.
Oh.
Well, in that case,
You're not
Madeline
the
gonna
one
sort of
doing...
walk over.
You're not the one doing the killing.
No.
I asked, did you hear me?
I responded.
Oh, I didn't hear a word.
He responded. He just looked at you and kind of chuckled and said, "No."
Insight?
Roll it.
My
Yeah, it's a
question is,
20.
He's telling you the truth.
Okay.
why is the vampire British?
Why are you
Because
asking so
British
many
people are
fucking questions?
fucking boring.
Because he has to have a voice, man. Not all the
Fucking-
NPCs can sound like Steven.
I mean, they could. You just have
Yeah,
a lot
but
worse of a time.
British.
Malam's gonna sort of walk up and be like, "Ah, a new member of the crew, I see.
Yes, well,
You must
I
be
am-
population control."
Commodore Vetlevich Ostorovich.
what a name, Commodore.
It's far too cumbersome. Most people around here just call me Captain.
Ah, well, that's...
I'd imagine you need to eat.
No,
else.
I'm actually quite satiated.
Okay, well, if at any point you do, let
From
me know.
what?
Well, we've only been off the place where I boarded your ship for a day or so, and there are plenty of seals around the Saragossa Sea to eat.
I don't know.
But it seems we need someone to keep watch at night, as you're not the only one with a desire for the flesh of the living around.
Ah,
And as they took the last person who was keeping watch in the evening,
He has to remain below deck as part of our deal. Figured
in the
the crew.
evenings when everyone else is asleep, it shouldn't be a problem.
unfortunately, Commodore, I've made quite a binding pact.
Bummer.
It would, in all honesty,
This is
it's
why
better
I
to
don't
have.
make deals with demons. We can have an
Demons.
accord, but
My dear Commodore, please be respectful. The man is clearly a devil.
oh, I know. And I'm assuming you know this as well. Clearly not Commodore Vetlivich Ostrovich.
Clearly. Considering you add an accent to his name every time you say it, I was fairly sure you were not the man himself.
Wait a second, you're not the Commodore? I really missed something, guys.
Could turn
Me out of
You were
character
there
knows
for
that.
You were there for
No.
that.
Me
He's-
out of
he's joking.
character knows
Yeah.
that, but Malum in character was not paying attention.
Can
I
like
just
Jigsaw from,
imagine
like, the
they
other-
say that. Malum's face snaps 90 degrees, stares into the camera. Dial-up noise plays, and it just shows gears in the background behind his head getting stuck together.
can Jigsaw just like shout from across the thing? He's like, "You should have come to the team meetings."
Yes.
When he
We've been
says
having
that,
those?
when he says that, Sithars is gonna turn and stare.
Though, depending on from whence you hail, you may have heard my true name before.
Well, I've been alive a long time. There's always a chance.
Blackjack Moriarty.
Who?
Fair enough.
Was that card game named after you?
That means I'm doing my job correctly then.
Uh-huh. And for whom do you work, Blackjack?
Myself, mostly.
Ah, well, then I suppose if you're doing something you love, only you can determine whether you're doing it well or poorly.
All of that being said, I would imagine you and I have aligned interests in another area.
Oh, and what would that be?
The Botherhood.
What about them? I just avoid them.
I wasn't given the luxury.
Ah, well. It is truly
I was-
unfortunate and would explain your complexion.
Such is the case. It's not fun being a pet project for the mad mages.
Yeah, I'd imagine it wouldn't be.
But I did come out the other side with some useful talent. We'll see.
Yeah. You are one of their skin takers?
Of sorts. I'm apparently different.
Ah, so everyone on the ship is cursed then.
No, I'm pretty chill.
Weren't you from the place that got turned upside down and rammed up its own ass?
Yeah, but that's not me, that's my family.
Alright, so the devil's cursed to be here, the frog is cursed by witches. The captain's
would
cursed
imagine.
by the bother.
Why else would one be a frog?
The old man is cursed by Father Time.
His
I
past.
suppose.
The old man is cursed by Father Time.
Is that,
Rude,
all,
but
is that
accurate.
all of you?
There's
There's
a
a kid
child
somewhere.
who's cursed by birthright as well.
Ah. Yes, birthright. You know, nobody really mentions it being a curse.
Depends on your parents, really.
Well, it seems his father's a peach. We'll put it that way.
Or his father can't be too bad. Now, back when I was a boy.
Back when you were a boy, there were still great lizards roaming the planet.
There are great lizards roaming the planet to this day.
And also some like small frogs. Big
And
frogs?
the medium-sized lizards, which are just odd.
Yes. And I suppose you also have your winged lizards.
The dragons, yes. And the wyverns.
Yes.
And then there's the drakes, which are more like dogs with scales,
Yes, I
if
do
trained
need,
properly.
I
We
do
should
need
get
to
one.
purchase one. He kind of looks up at you and he goes, "No, an unnecessary expenditure." Now, is there anybody else in your merry band of miscreants?
That makes us for now. But there's also the crew from the ship that I absconded with. That, we will be seeing that they have other obligations as soon as we make landfall.
Ah. Trading them out for mercenary work, then.
More than likely.
Well, that will be unfortunate for them. I'd hate to have to head out onto the lines right now on that continent.
Yeah,
Well-
well, instead of just leaving them high and dry, we could just leave them dry if you're hungry.
The Thar is going to just kind of stare at Malum off the table.
Or we could
Not
leave them
killing
wet,
any of
like
them.
some of the others I've heard were left when you acquired this ship. But I trust that any that don't toe the line will become part of the tow line. And I look at Sithar.
You are funny.
I have my moments. But yes, there is another creature of some sort. Was last night a full moon?
It was not.
Because werewolves can be sneaky when they want to be.
True.
Sea hags not out of the question, but unlikely. They tend to stick to shallows with easier prey. And I'd imagine our friend would have noticed them. What are you called, by the way?
Ah, I go by Vonnet.
Will Vaughn do?
What is so hard about the additional syllable?
It takes time.
Al sort of like sits there a second quietly. Yeah, we got plenty of that. Pause for effect.
See?
We're each allowed a
Wilfred.
finite number of utterances in our life. I detest wasting mine on unnecessary syllables.
Silence works just as well, I suppose.
Intentionally using the biggest words I could think of to do that. Why use many word? One few word do good. Well, if you're unavailable, I should set up watches then. It's a shame you're unavailable. And I look at Sithar again.
Yes, well, previous arrangements have to do my duty to the contract, etc., etc. Good luck finding men to keep the watch, and he just heads below deck.
I would
Thank
rather
you,
have
Captain. I
him.
don't need to find them. Hey, you two are staying up tonight, keeping watch.
The two sailors kind of look at you, and they both say, "Aye, Captain." And as you turn around, you hear one of them just go, "Motherfucker!"
I turn back around and walk up to the one who said that.
Captain.
If you'd rather, we can keep no watch, and I'll tie you to a post and let the beast that got Kevin devour you as well.
Seems unnecessary, sir. We were just talking about my father. Real motherfucker, that one.
Well, I would imagine. Where else would you have come from?
Well, see, that's up for some debate, according to my father.
Ooh. Ooh.
You the milkman's boy, then?
Well, you know, I've always fancied being a farrier, Captain.
I'm checking out of this conversation.
Malum sort of like hears it and it's like, nah, it's too old.
So did you just turn around and just walk away from him? Who the fuck wants
Who,
a
me?
life? Yeah.
Oh, no, I would imagine, and if you'd like, I can roll something for it, but I would imagine I napped earlier in the day so I could help keep watch tonight.
Oh, I mean, you guys can just make these bastards keep watch.
I know, but as a sign of good faith to the crew that I'm not trying to just, you know what I mean?
Fuck
You
that.
are
A guy
literally
died
the
and got
captain.
replaced on watch. That's literally your job, is to tell people to do that.
Right, but I don't want them to feel like they're on watch because they're expendable.
That you would be better than any officer I've ever met.
Well, fuck, if we go through too many of them, who's gonna operate the ship? I don't fucking know how.
Jigsaw can. Was doing just
By
fine before you showed up.
I mean, that's fair.
Anyways, you have a vampire now.
Oh, did he go below deck?
He did go below deck.
Ridley's just sitting there reading his book.
He kind of walks over, and he goes, "And what are you reading that aloud?"
He shows him the cover of the book.
He kind of looks at it, takes a moment, and kind of just takes it in, and he goes, "Ugh, drivel."
Wait, who are you? I've never seen you on this ship before.
I've always been on the ship, lad.
Oh, are you the thing below the deck?
I am. You've heard of me.
I have, yes.
Are you the thing below the deck? I am. You've heard of me.
Great renown.
Does that make you a vampire then?
It does, but I did not believe that my esteem would have reached the lower decks of the ship as well.
Well, I guess you're lucky.
Suppose so. And who might you be?
My name is Ridley. He starts rolling up his sleeve. Would you like some blood?
What?
No, lad, that's hardly necessary.
Oh, sorry. I read this in the book. It said it's polite to do this.
Ah. Yes, perhaps you should not be using that book as your guide on how to interact with vampires.
If you'd like, I did find vampire racial stats that don't seem super broken.
No, I have stats for him.
Don't mind Dave. He's just dying in the background.
There, my
Anyways,
tobacco pipe,
exploded.
water builds up in the bottom of it. And I took a drag and some of that got me, so it gave me the hiccups and I'm coughing.
And then it exploded.
That's rough, buddy.
Yeah.
And Ridley just goes, so
Sandpaper condom rough, ugh.
no blood then. He rolls back down his sleeve.
Correct. I won't be needing your blood today, lad. Anyways, Ridley, where are you and your friends from?
We're from Cali.
Oh, really? I haven't been there in years. How is it?
On fire and mostly destroyed.
Ugh, just as beautiful as I remember her. You know, the last time I was there was a terrible incident.
Oh, what was that?
Oh, it's one of the terrorists from the human cities exploded. Started a war. I'm sure you've heard all about it.
Yeah. My dad talks about it all the time.
Oh, who might your father be?
Well, the king, obviously.
Ah,
And he now understands cursed by birthright.
well, little prince. I hope that things get better for you than your city burning, your people scattered to the wind.
I guess we'll see.
Where are you all headed now?
I'm sorry?
Where are you all headed now?
Yes.
Haven't made up your mind yet, then.
I think we're going south.
Well, that based on the position of the sun of the moon when I climbed aboard, that would be likely. Yes.
I don't think we have an exact, place we're heading to. I think it's somewhere out east.
Well, if you're heading out that way, perhaps you can drop me off.
Oh, where are you heading?
Swawulu.
I see.
I have some affairs to get back in order.
Hey, sure, you can come along.
Fantastic. It's a deal then. He holds out his hand.
Yeah, Ridley just shakes his hand. Not even thinking about it.
He just smiled.
Zathar didn't include that he couldn't make a deal with a child.
Yeah, loopholes are a bitch, aren't they? And it's not like you can harm him to kick him off the ship, Jackson.
Honestly, having a vampire was
It was
More than-
bound to happen eventually.
Well, I mean, with the rest of us, yeah, probably.
Statistically, either one of you was gonna get vamped, or one of you was gonna find a vamp.
Wait, I can't become a vampire, can I?
Well, in the lore of this world, there's only one race that can become vampires.
And that's humans?
It's ASMR.
No, in the lore of this world, there's only one that has become a vampire.
That's true. And then he turned a bunch of other people into vampires.
I love how we're just kind of skating past the whole point that if this thing didn't kill, there's something else on the boat that is murdering people.
Yes, quite.
Oh no, I've handled that.
Left 2 men on the deck to die tonight.
Oh no, I'm on the deck as well. But
3
I'm
men on
hiding
the deck to die tonight.
and watching them.
Oh, I see. 2 to die, 1 to watch.
Yeah, I'm a voyeur like that.
No! I get to be a blood play voyeur. The fuck? Get out of here.
Battle stations. Raid incoming.
What? Ah! We got raided! Battle stations! Where's my remote? I actually, deadass, don't know where the remote went. Huh. Well, I can't go to battle stations without the remote.
Damn.
Really
I
unfortunate.
guess we're just gonna have to brace for impact.
I know. Bang. Well, welcome raiders. Welcome people from the Ferret Raid. They're here for the organs. Damn. Welcome raiders. We are playing Dungeons and Dragons. There's a lot to get caught up on. Who wants to give us a brief recap of what's happened this session so far?
We found a pirate under the boat. We became friends. 2 separate people have made deals with said.
We found a pirate.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he is a pirate. He has to be a pirate, but he's also a vampire.
Vampire.
He's
Like
mainly
in
a
Blaze
vampire.
book.
We don't talk about Ridley's book.
Most of the time I'm a pirate, but my main gig's being a vampire. You know how it is.
Yeah.
Very nice. But yeah. Ridley, you're just chatting with this guy under the deck. And you've just made a deal with him.
Yep.
Is anybody else below deck?
I don't think anyone went below deck, did they?
No.
Alrighty then. What are you guys doing above deck?
I'm finding a good vantage point from which to hide and observe the other 2 dudes on watch.
I'm peeling off some of my tasty skin jerky off of my boat for a late night snack.
Okay. What about the rest of you? Zigzag?
Hmm?
What are you doing right now?
No, I'm gonna be downstairs. Can I just watch the vampire?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm just gonna watch him quietly from a corner.
As you're kind of sitting there, he kind of sits there and he kind of looks up and realizes you're watching him. He's kind of looking at you like kind of awkwardly. He looks up and he goes, "Can I help you, my friend?"
No, gonna be here.
Is there something on my
Watching.
face?
Yeah, it's a curse.
You sure you're not looking in a mirror, lad?
Okay, I'm done. And he just walks upstairs.
You hear this guy kind of chuckling as you leave.
Ridley's also gonna chuckle.
When Ridley chuckles, he looks at him. He goes, "See, you understand. It's not that far fetched." I mean, how many frog people have you met in your life?
A lot of them.
Excuse me?
Yeah, a lot of them. They come to the castle all the time.
So these frog people are numerous.
Oh yes, quite. We actually are currently in a war with them, I believe.
Frog people exist, and Kali is at war with them. But the
Yeah,
city is
we
burning,
were-
So I take it the war's not going well.
Well, actually, we are wrecking them in the war, but something happened otherwise, and now the city. It's a whole thing. I don't like politics, so.
Uh-huh. Interesting.
Says the heir to the kingdom.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
That doesn't bode well.
Well, if you don't like politics, would you care to let somebody handle all that work for you?
I don't think I'm saying that right now, so.
Well, if you ever need an additional advisor, you know where to find me.
I'll consider it.
I've been in the business of ruling people for quite a long time. Alright, so Jigsaw, so you guys just watch Moriarty and Sathar as Jigsaw just like huffing and puffing walks up onto the deck.
What's the matter with you?
Do I I just look him dead in the eyes. I'm like, do I look like I'm cursed? I think I'm cursed.
Depends. Were you born a human?
I don't think I was. It's
You're
just
looking
like
for a
tearing up like
princess?
in the middle of like an existential crisis. He's just like this little 4 foot tall
What are
frog
you
who's, like,
talking
staring at his
about?
hands.
You know, curses have been known to change memories. Perhaps you were born a human.
I haven't been a frog for all I've known.
Exactly. They can alter your memories. At this point, Malum is intentionally fucking with the frog boy.
He just like falls to his knees and is like staring at his hand. I,
Hearing
my,
this is gonna look at Malum, look down at the frog, and go, I'm gonna go check on Ridley, and just walk away.
Sithar, you head down and you see. I'm assuming Ridley's still laughing at what this guy said to Jigsaw.
Of course.
Yeah, you just watch these two laughing as you come below deck.
Just kind of slide in and figure out what this dude is, like, what's so funny.
Kind of looks up at you. He goes, "Can I help you?"
Just listening.
Yeah. Can you help us?
He's gonna look down at Ridley and say, with what?
I don't know. You're the one who showed up.
Curious. He's gonna turn off and just walk off into his room.
Damn, dude. Ridley went from like naive 10-year-old child to 13-year-old fuck you dad in all of 6 seconds. All it took was
He's a bad role model now.
Oh no.
Damn. Anyways, for those of you who are left on deck, are you guys doing anything? Or are you just gonna go to sleep for the rest of the night?
Yeah, Mal's
I'm
probably gonna
keeping
head to
watch.
bed.
You are keeping
Jigsaw
watch.
is
Give
gonna
me
head to bed like slightly crying.
Jigsaw.
It's just something to think about. All I'm saying.
Sky, their boat has a grand total of 1 room.
That's not true. We have 3 rooms.
Yeah, if you
Called the
split
full
the
deck.
separate parts of the boat, then you technically have 4. Okay. Did you give me that perception roll? Moriarty, can you give me a perception roll?
Yep. Sorry, I didn't hear that. Bad. Real bad.
Yeah, you don't quite fall asleep, but you're dozing off, and you hear a bunch of noise from the crow's nest. And by the time you're like awake, you're not sure if you actually heard anything because it was very, very fast, and you were kind of dozing off.
I will quietly move up to the crow's nest. Also, why are the guys both in the crow's nest? The guys shouldn't both be in the crow's nest. There should be one on deck and one on the crow's nest.
There's something weird going on up there.
Yeah, see, they're dumb. You just told them to stand watch together.
They're seeing the holy frog.
They were told to stand watch, and they are standing watch.
I'll quietly climb to the crow's nest. I'll roll a stealth if you'd like.
You don't need to.
Are you sure? I have +7 to that. Even a bad roll is pretty good.
You don't need to. When you get to the top, Moriarty, you see that one of the men is standing there, eyes wide, mouth open, covered head to toe in blood.
Okay.
And directly in front of him is the decapitated corpse of the other sentry. Like, still leaning on the edge of the crow's nest. Just standing up without a head.
And I didn't see anything escape from here.
No, the dude in the back with his eyes wide is not dead.
Yeah.
Just
I'm gonna shake his shoulder and quietly go, "The fuck's going on here, mate?"
He looks at you and goes, "Captain, it just swooped in and took his head off.
What did?
It was so fast."
And you say it swooped in? How? Did it fly?
I mean, I didn't hear any wings beating, but it came from above.
There's nothing above the crow's nest, so yes, it flies.
I suppose that would make sense, Captain. He kind of looks back at you. He goes, "Do you think he's gonna be okay?"
I put my hand in the hole where his head used to be and go, yeah, I think he's gonna be just fine.
I like the idea that you like just push him out of the crow's nest.
That's just
Maybe we can put his body away. And they'll probably have diamonds when we get to land. They can bring him back.
actually we're going to the Cali military. That's actually probably true.
Why do you think we have the tow line?
Dear God. But Captain, there won't be anything to bring back.
I mean, I don't know if it'll work without a head anyway.
I don't know. I watched it work
Usually
on a
stuff
guy.
like that requires the whole body, or at least most of it, and the head is most of a person. Like, if you lose an arm or a leg, you can live through that, but the head's kind of necessary.
Yeah, that makes sense, Captain. So what are we gonna do?
Well, I'm gonna go get Sathar. And me, you, and him are gonna have a chat.
Captain, can I get out of the crow's nest?
Yes, go down ahead of me, in fact.
He crawls down. Just leave him
Get it
bloody
ahead
handprints
of
on
me.
the ladder.
I yeet the other guy's corpse to the deck.
Just falling past the guy on the ladder.
I'm not gonna carry
wait.
it down. He's already dead.
So wait. Malum and Jigzog are still on the deck. So you guys. Oh no, Jigzog went to sleep. So Malum's still on the deck, I'd assume, doing something. He hasn't
Yeah.
really done a whole lot. So Malum's
No,
on the
he's just-
deck when he just like he
Got a
watches
lunch.
you climb up, and then like 30 seconds later, he just hears a whooshing noise and a wet splat from the deck.
Did he insult your mother again? Hello?
The sentry kind of walks past you, Malum, and just goes, just came out of nowhere, just the blur.
Ah, yes, Captain. Very, very quick.
Wasn't the captain. He just kind of like walks, just like staring like dead-eyed ahead.
All right then.
And then Moriarty would get to the bottom of the ladder. And Moriarty, when you get to the bottom, Malum's just kind of standing there looking at the body. Moriarty!
Yeah, I'm here.
Did you hear what I said?
Yeah.
Okay.
Add that one to the tow line, please. Looking
Bit
at
crude,
Moriarty.
but okay.
I look at the crewman and I go with him.
Aye, Captain. He kind of just like grabs this guy's ankles and starts dragging him away, just leaving a smear of blood from his stump.
And I go wake Sathar.
You see, Crowman, it's actually good that the head is clean off. It'll drain the body, and it'll decay slower, meaning restoration will have a higher chance when we get to land.
Oh, that's good. I suppose.
Fuck.
Amazing. They managed to sever all of the parts that wouldn't have caused an immediate death. This pain was fucking excruciating. Just Malum doing an autopsy in front of this dude.
Well, it seems to have pulled even some of the lower spinal column out. This is quite impressive work.
As you guys are kind of
Quite a
walking
lot.
across the dark deck of the ship, he kind of stumbles, and you hear him like gulp, and then you just hear him retch.
Bro, you're cleaning that up.
I
Go
found,
get a damn mop.
I found his head.
I found his head.
Oh. Well, if you want to just start like sewing that on there, so you know everything's together when we get to land.
You want me to sew his head back on and mop up the vomit?
You can pick the order.
Guess I'll sew his head on first.
My God, poor dude.
Might be more vomit before I'm done.
You know, my dad always
You want-
said measure twice, cut once. I feel like peek twice, mop once is kind of in the same vein.
Yeah, no, that seems pretty efficient.
He's kind of like sitting there, and he walks over to the mast and he goes, "You know, I've never been really that good at stitching, and I'd hate to mess it up." And he just kind of puts the guy's head in a bag and then ties it to the belt of the body.
Yeah, so long as it's together.
This will
We'd
help
hate to
him
be
drain.
mismatching heads and bodies.
This will help him drain, so you can it'll be easier to bring him back, like you said, right, Professor?
Oh yes, of course. But before we should probably collect at least some of the blood, you know.
Why?
Well, he might want it.
Well, I think
Oh, like-
I think the spell comes with new blood. I don't think you need to bring your own.
It's like surgery. When somebody gets their appendix out, they want to see their appendix.
Yo, is this guy a cleric? Why does he know so much?
Yeah. Last I checked, you were not a professor.
No, I guess you're right.
Malum's just gonna collect a bucket of blood. All right, hang him over the edge, and he's gonna start walking inside with the bucket.
Well, most of this guy's blood is currently on the other guy.
No, that's all right. Just as much as he could get in the bucket, and he's just gonna hand the bucket to Zathar as he goes by.
You get like an eighth of a bucket. As you hand the bucket to Zathar, you feel just a tap on your shoulder.
I'm gonna turn.
Wouldn't I have beat him there by a bit?
You would have.
Well, I was thinking that those two were walking back out towards me, and so
Yeah,
as I was just
figured-
walking
I
by,
figured you were just handing it to them as you left.
Oh, that's
yeah.
Sathar is going to grab it and then turn to the tap.
You see, like, peeking out from below deck is Vonet, and you see his mage hand, like, wave in front of you as he taps you on the shoulder again. You just hear in the distance, he goes, "I didn't hurt any of your crew, but if you're not gonna finish that..."
He's
He
gonna
went
turn.
from proper British to fucking street urchin real quick, too. Hey, Sal, want some more? Fucking Oliver Twist.
He is probably going to pause and take a swig, and then set the bucket down and continue. Yeah, he's just gonna continue with what he was doing.
Oh, also,
He can grab it with his mage hand.
You kind of like, you see him kind of like push it over with his mage hand. He goes, "Oh, also, I figured you should know, I'm very excited to travel with you all until we get to Swawulu. I just wanted you to know that initially."
He's gonna turn and look and say, "What are you talking about?"
Oh, I made a deal
I
with the prince. As you guys head east, you're gonna drop me off in Swawulu.
Unfortunately, the prince does not have the authority to make those arrangements. They're not within his scope.
No, is this not a Kali military vessel?
It is not.
Are you not Kali military?
We'll talk.
I mean, it's on your way. I figured you could just drop me there.
we'll talk.
She's supposed to be asleep.
It's the middle of the night.
True.
Then tell Ridley he's supposed to go to bed.
You go to bed.
like, like Ridley is just like stepping on this guy's shoulders to like peer out.
The guy kind of goes, I'll inform him that you've made your decision, but in the meantime, and he kind of picks up the bucket and he goes, it's lunchtime. He walks down and Ridley, he's holding this bitch just like a big gulp, taking sips out of it, and he like his upper lip is red and all that, and he looks at you and he goes, your cat said it's time for you to take your nap.
He can go take a nap.
A cat
Ridley
nap,
just
if
starts-
you will.
Really just starts like mumbling. I
Now,
don't need to take a nap. You need to take a nap.
now, Ridley, it's important for growing boys to get their rest.
Fine.
Just immediately concedes to the fucking vampire. This is gonna be a problem.
After all,
Oh,
you need to be
no.
you need to be better rested than your enemies when it comes time to kill them.
That's fair.
Oh.
That's fair.
I've already never mind.
Bro, Sithar is the fucking... Why do I feel like this situation between this vampire, Sithar, and Ridley is gonna turn into the fucking... What's that movie called? Daddy's Home? Where it's like,
Oh,
the guy... Sithar's raised this kid his entire life, and this dude shows up, and he's just like, yeah, I'm your dad now. Sithar gets to be Will Ferrell.
Yeah, but that makes Von A fucking Marky Mark.
I'm okay with that. I'll change
Of
the
the
I'll change the accent.
Giving him a Boston accent?
I'll do it. No, I won't.
I'll do it. No, it won't.
I don't want to. Yeah, I like to talk where I have 5 separate vowels instead of 5 different ways to say the letter A. Bastin.
Yes, dude.
Oh, you just parked your car in the yard, walked by.
Down at the wharf.
I know what she's talking about.
Anyways, so Ridley's gone to sleep. Bonet's drinking his blood.
Yeah. Ridley will update his diary first.
Oh, okay. What
About
are
his
you
new best friend.
What are you adding? Yeah, what's your diary say?
So I met this amazing person today. I think he's gonna be my new best friend.
He's just like the guys in the books.
I wonder if he's like me. Has a hammer.
Maybe you'll tell me what a rusty trombone is.
Oh no. Alright, so those of you back on the deck, Sithar and Moriarty, what are you guys doing?
So I look at Moriarty. Weren't you supposed to stay with the crewmen?
You need Malum?
Yes.
Well, I suppose I was just getting into this good book.
He's
Fine.
dead at your ass. Where is he?
All right, let's go check on him. He's probably just puked a few times.
He's actually currently mopping.
See, I told you he'd be alive. Malum says, in full audible range of the crewman.
Crewman kind of looks up and just like, was there a chance I wouldn't be?
Well, sometimes, you know. No, you'd be fine.
My mom always said you're gonna die at sea, and I said, Mom, no, I'm not gonna die at sea. The army are the guys who die. I'm joining the navy. And now some of my friends are just dead.
Genuine question. Did you think the Navy died at, or did you think the Army fights in the ocean?
This guy did.
Yeah.
He's asking this officer this.
He kind of looks up at him and he goes, "Well, armies fight on beaches. It's kind of the ocean."
Nah, it's mostly sailors that die at sea, my guy.
Huh?
Alone, cold, abandoned. Yeah, mostly Navymen.
Jesus, that's dark.
I will slowly pan to Malum and just put a finger to his lips and say, "It's time for the adults to talk."
I am an adult. I'm telling the boy what he needs to know. Being the
You're
father he never had.
Sathar
You'll
is going to.
keep talking.
Sathar is just gonna grab
the
Malum
kid
and
looks at-
slowly
the
walk
kid
him
looks at you.
downstairs.
The kid looks at you, Malum, and he goes, "Thank you for your wisdom, Ancient One."
Ah, respect your elders there, Sonny.
I was.
Crewman.
Not that much older than time. Malum sort of like mumbles as he walks away. Ugh.
Tell Sathar what you told me about the attack.
It's just, we were sitting up there and he was leaning over the balcony talking about how much he hated the fact that we had watch again, and then there was this really loud whistle and then kind of this snapping noise, and then his head fell off.
Okay. Did it make a noise?
His head?
What did you? Sure. What noises did you hear? Him included.
So there was a whistle, and then a snap, and then a lot of screaming, but since he was decapitated, that was probably mine.
A whistle.
Yeah, like something moving really fast.
I look at Sathar and I go, "Maybe you know this one. You can drink your fancy ales, you can drink 'em by the flagon, but they only brew for the brave and true."
Getting
Would I know this? Can
decapitated
I-
by a dragon.
Comes from the Green Dragon. Remember what we saw a few days back?
No, I know. I'm asking Steven,
You
can I
can-
roll something to see if Sathar would know
can-
specifically about dragons?
You can know a song about dragons, mostly because I want to
Okay.
hear you two try and sing it in unison.
No, over Discord, that's impossible. It's not going to happen.
I know. Try anyway.
Oh, Sathar would not sing along, no matter who started singing.
Son of a bitch, cat man.
He-
Okay,
Like I said, he
so-
writes most of his shit. He's not a singing bard.
I say all of it except for the last bit. I want to see how you respond. I don't
He's-
say it comes from the Green Dragon. And then I just look at you.
He's gonna pause. He goes, generally dragons don't go after prey that small.
But we're at sea, and with him being that high up in the crow's nest, it's an easy pick. Why didn't it take the body? Whatever it is.
Wormling.
Or,
Don't wormlings not have wings?
no, wormlings
No.
have wings. Wormlings are the youngest dragons. CR like 5.
Wormlings are itty bitty baby
Oh
dragons.
yeah, the snaky boys.
Yeah.
2 arms.
The itty bitty tiny dragons that feast on smaller things because they are smaller.
They're
Yeah.
large size. And we did see an adult green dragon the other day, but that
You
doesn't
saw
mean
an
that they're...
adult blue dragon the other day.
Oh. And they're both sea dragons. Well, green dragons are more swamps than seas, but they're amphibious, so.
Amphibious.
How would dragons be out this far though?
What
Would
else would
work.
it be that wouldn't take prey with it?
Maybe
It's
we're near
killed
land.
twice and not gotten anything for sustenance from it. And it's quiet. So what would be out in the middle of the ocean that can fly that would kill for sport?
Maybe it's not what was on the ocean. Maybe it was something that was on board. It was something that was on board already when we got here.
It was Ridley.
It was Ridley. We're carrying cursed artifacts though,
Not anymore. We don't have any left.
that we know of. There's already gold that's been smuggled. And we started an inventory and we found the gold. How much you want to bet maybe if we tear the ship apart again, we find something that, I mean, something possessed ends up on the boat, puts itself somewhere where we can't find it.
Yeah, but
Doesn't-
then we're dealing with something akin to a wraith or a specter. There would be other signs of that.
Like knocking that Jigsaw reported hearing on the deck and on the underside, and our vampire friend said that he didn't do.
He didn't say he didn't knock. He said he didn't kill anyone. Vampires can't enter something without permission. Specifically a home, without an invitation. But what is a ship if not a home away from home at sea?
Ridley, from where you are below deck, the vampire just looks. Vonet just looks up in the middle of like his conversation with you and just goes, "That's not how that works," and then just returns to his conversation with you as normal.
Can you detect magic?
No. Hey,
Then we need to
Ridley.
ask Malum. What about Ridley?
Yeah, Ridley's definitely not there.
Vonet looks
then-
at you and he goes, "Your assistant is calling you, Prince."
Ridley gets up. Want me to go to sleep? No, needs me, and then just starts walking upstairs. Yeah, Sithar.
Is anything on the boat strike you as interesting?
It's a boat. The entire thing's interesting.
Okay. Trying to think of how else to word this.
I almost wanted to give him
Uh,
inspiration for that because that was like the perfect child response.
Fair.
Is there any part of the boat that you want to travel to more than another? Another part that like almost calls to you?
He points to the wheel.
Do you want go look at the wheel?
Ridley runs up to it, just starts spinning it.
No!
The wheelman that you left there is just kind of watching Ridley do this, and he looks up at Sithar and the captain to see if he's allowed to like prevent
Yes!
this from
Stop
happening.
him!
When you say stop him, he just puts a hand on the side of Ridley's face, shoves him out of the way, and rights the wheel.
Ridley
Sithar!
walks over to Sithar.
Sithar astounded that he didn't see that coming. Just gonna pause and go. Enjoy yourself?
Yeah, that's fun.
Alright. Tomorrow, I've got a little task for you.
I can spin it again?
You know what? Next time the ship is docked, I will let you spin it as much as you want.
Oh, hell yeah.
That's fair.
Alright. I will see you tomorrow. Wake me up when you get up.
Yeah. And he just walks back down under deck.
Little bastard.
He walks past Yone and goes, God, they're so annoying. Just goes back to sleep.
Yes, well, family can be like that.
Did you just call him Yona?
No, Vone, right?
Oh, it's Vonet. Yeah, I thought you called him Yona.
I also thought you called him Yon, and I was like, okay, dude.
I heard Yone, and I was like,
little too much TFT getting played in your off hours.
I don't know what you guys heard, but
I
I
heard
love how every
Yasu-
single person heard something else.
This man was just in a instant flash Yasuo's brother. For just an instant.
I'll start calling him Yone now.
Please don't. Anyways, he goes, yes, family can be like that.
He just goes back to sleep.
Anyways. Yeah, are you guys all just going to sleep for the night?
No, because we still need to keep a watch, so I'm gonna climb up to the fucking crow's nest.
What? Guys, that clearly attacks from above. Stop going high.
He's got a point.
Stay low.
That's the only way we're gonna solve the problem, though. Is by
No,
drawing
but the problem
it out.
is people keep getting decapitated
No,
when they're in the
Hold
crow's
on.
nest.
No,
Don't
not
go to the
necessarily.
crow's nest.
Hold on. No, not he's right. We're on a ship moving. If it doesn't kill us, if it's unable to kill us, it's either going to show up on deck if it's trying to fuck with us, or we make it to our port and we just are like, damn, that was crazy. Like, do you guys remember when something kept ripping heads off of? Like,
But we have to have a spotter in the crow's nest, or we could be fucked and wind up in another Sargossa Sea. This is a problem we actually have to solve.
I do not think we need to put any more people up there.
Yeah, I think we just stop putting people up there and take the risk.
We can dock for the night and look out and travel during the day, because it hasn't attacked during the day so far, right? Or did-
No.
No. Yeah, why don't we just anchors down?
I don't think we have enough food to do that. Remember, we're short. We had to short rations.
And then we lost
Well, in
two
that
people.
case, we do
Yeah,
keep
we
putting
lost
people
two
up in the
people,
crow's nest
But
until we can only travel during the
if
day.
we're stopped for between 8 and 12 hours a day and have slow down and speed up times, that's going to nearly double our travel time. We do not have the supplies for that, even a couple men down.
Just put Jigsaw in the crow's nest. He is short. The thing will miscalculate and go over his head.
I'm down for that.
Hashtag big risk, big
He's also
reward.
kind of the only one of you guys who can realistically tank it.
Also true.
I mean, I think the person in the party with the second most amount of health is fucking Isaac.
How much health do you have,
Okay.
Isaac?
Like 26, I think it was.
Oh, you might
Okay.
know that you're a
35.
You how the fuck? Oh, artificer.
yeah.
Okay.
I was like,
Yeah.
he should have more than that, but okay.
I was gonna say because I can hide in
Wait,
the crow's nest.
what was that?
I have 30.
What about and what do you have, Jigsaw?
I have 20 for some reason. What happened?
You didn't level
Are
up
you-
again,
what
did
level
you?
are you?
No. Okay, never mind.
10 out of 10.
Holy shit.
I like how
Bro's been rocking
I
level
like
3.
how at this point, like he's leveled down on all of you, but he's still only 10 hit points down on Timmy.
He's
I'm-
7 hit points above me.
I'll say I have a
Add
lot
a
of
level down, and he gets to add a fucking D12 to his fucking hit dice next turn.
Plus his
See, I've
taunts,
just
yeah.
been taking the average, and my Constitution modifier is 0, so I have 23.
Ah, yes, the perfectly average human man.
I have +5 for my con, so
Well, I mean, I have +3 to my charisma, +2 to my wisdom, and +3 to my dex.
Yes, the perfectly average human weeb. I'm sorry.
I said I have a bonus to charisma. How am I a weeb?
My bad. You're what weebs wish they were. You're
Yeah.
Yeah,
dexterous
you're-
and charismatic. For any weebs in my chat, I'm sorry.
Bitch.
How did you say no? You aren't. Well, I guess you can respond instantly. The delay's not for me. No, you shouldn't have even heard the sentence I said by the time you replied. That was weird as fuck. You already knew I was gonna say I was sorry. That was weird. Anyways, back to D&D. You guys, so are you guys dealing with it, or are you just moving during the day?
We have to deal with it, or we're gonna starve.
We don't. We have more food right now because we're down 2 people, right? And we were going for what, 2-ish months?
Yeah, but
No.
now it's 4
No.
months.
No. We weren't. What was the time south? It was like 2 weeks, wasn't it?
Luckily, we can just convert over to our handy dandy graph.
How far have we gone? We've already gone like a week, haven't we? We've had to have gone more than that, actually. How far into this are we?
Like a week, and we had to go 4.
Hold
I
on.
mean, at this point, we keep going, and if we run into a problem, we run into a problem. That's my vote.
Well, hold on. Here's what I'm gonna say. Depending on how far we have to go, just math is our friend here.
I love man.
I know you love math, fucking nerd. So how far into it are we, Steven?
You guys are like,
Because it's a grand total of 11 days.
yeah, you guys would be like here.
Where?
Sitting it right about that 8-day mark.
So we're close.
So
Yeah, you know what? It's fine. I vote we
So-
just keep on trucking.
I mean, we have 3 days until we hit shore. So even if we sail during that time, we're down 2 people, which is 6 meals, which isn't enough. I don't eat any of that. Like, plus
and
starvation
everyone other than Malum can suffer.
isn't gonna kill anyone in 3 days. Well, like
Yeah.
we still
No,
have
because
food.
we had
Into 6. We have enough.
no,
food
but we had food to get all the way to.
Yeah, we had like 3 months
The-
of food. Oh, well, that was before
Yeah,
we had
we
picked
had
up the crew,
food to
though.
get to Boom,
That was
and we
before
grabbed
picked up-
food from the other ship.
Well, that's the big thing is that we had enough. We had enough food to sail our entire journey for our crew, and then we picked up food from them. So we definitely have enough food to stop.
All right, let's ask the DM.
You guys definitely have enough food to stop.
We do.
Yes.
Okay.
Even with the complement of crew you had, with the amount of food that you brought back from your ship, because your ship was also intending to finish the 8-day journey to Kali, so you have at least that much food for your crew. And then they had
Half of
months
which are
worth
dead.
of food for just the 4 of them.
Okay.
But yes, you guys have.
So we're
plenty
going
of-
to take the Evan approach and ignore the problem. No one goes to the crow's nest.
ostrich solution.
Beautiful.
Malum's going to go over and he's just going to like roll up the rope ladder a few rungs and like tie it up.
Fair.
Okay.
Cool. Somebody roll me a D100.
Ideal. Malum's got it. Malum's the one taking the risk. Malum will do the roll. Oh god, Malum shouldn't have done the roll.
Sorry, fucking sod. Out of curiosity. Mine would have been 87.
Oops.
Which one do you guys want to go with?
We get to pick?
Hang on. Let the 3 who didn't roll decide. Do we want 87 or 10?
10.
1 vote for 10.
I vote 10.
Alright, well, that's 2 out of 3.
Well, yeah.
That's the downside to voting last. Is if the other two people vote the same way, you might as well not vote at all. In front of your ship in the distance is a sea turtle the size of a small dragon.
Out in the water.
Yeah. Its back is covered in a mix of land and sea flora and fauna.
So it's a baby one of the thing we ran into before.
Yeah, but dragon turtles aren't aggressive.
This thing also doesn't have any dragon-esque properties at all. It looks like a turtle.
Like it has land on its back, so like it couldn't fly. So it's definitely not whatever's killing.
I just hope it's not a
Is it-
snapper.
Why don't you go stick your
Is
hand
it
in its
going
mouth and find out?
fast, or is it just stationary?
It's just like a lazy sea turtle, like Crush, meandering along. It's just very large. Also,
Is there anything
when I
interesting
say,
on its back?
when I say I said there's like sea flora and fauna on its back, right? What
Mhm.
I mean is that it looks like it has a bubble of just this weird, like, silvery blue color on its back. And inside that bubble, you can see some really weird things, like fish swimming around and rabbits hopping through coral.
Is it within jumping distance?
No,
Like, can I
not
jump
yet.
onto it?
We just give it a wide berth. Let's not fuck with it if we don't have to.
Nice. Are we sure no one's lacing the vodka? I think I'm seeing shit.
Why are you drinking?
Why aren't you?
What else am I gonna put in my potato cereal? I mean just potato. You know, I really
So
like
if we're steering wide, I can't board this thing, is what I'm hearing.
Correct.
you can swim, can't you?
Yeah, wait, how am I fast enough to swim back?
I'm not sure
Oh.
if you're fast enough to swim there and swim back.
And
Mm,
am I close enough to hear this conversation between Malum and Jigzog?
Yes.
Can I walk over and I'm just gonna push Malum to see if he's sober enough to keep standing? Like not shoving you, just like walk over
I'm just
and
gonna do a con check.
unexpectedly like push.
Okay, now
Well-
give me a dex check at disadvantage.
Oh, you're
Cuckoo.
shit faced.
Not bad, actually.
10.
You actually managed to stay on your feet.
But it's
Barely.
very obvious he's real
Yes,
drunk.
it takes him several steps and many swaying motions to remain stable. You know, you're really lucky on that, because if he was close enough to the edge of the ship, he was going overboard.
That would have sucked for him.
Well, you
Sounds
know what
like
they
I'm
say about
about-
eating and swimming. It's even stronger when you're drinking and swimming. Don't.
So is there anything of interest on the back of it?
On the back of...
Can I roll Arcana just to see if there's anything like magically BS about
Oh, it's
the
very
back of this
obviously
turtle?
there's some sort of magical effect going on here. The sea turtle has like a terrarium on its back, Jackson.
I'm gonna ask everybody else. What do you think we should do? Think we should
I
go
think
check it out
we should
or just
avoid
ignore
it.
it? Well, they're not hostile.
Yes, but that doesn't mean something on its back or something else that's watching it that it belongs to maybe isn't.
No, but look, it's got a bunch of stuff on its back. What are we gonna do?
Hey, shut up and dry out, old man River.
We
I
Prob-
point aggressively in his direction.
probably shouldn't piss off large dragon turtles, but I don't know anything about
To be
dragon.
clear, this is like you guys have all seen illustrations of dragon turtles. This is not a dragon turtle. It is just a turtle.
Just a large turtle.
Just a large turtle.
Yo, dude, that's sick. Let's keep sailing.
As soon as I
That's
took
my
away the dragon part, Sithar was like, "Yep, nope, not worth my time." Fucking fire and forget.
That's gonna be one of those I step foot on it and turn human and then hate myself for the rest of the campaign. Turtles.
I mean, it could be worse. You could step foot on it and turn into
A gnome.
Dude,
grung.
Sethar turned it into a gnome. He would be upset.
No, a grung.
I think he'd be less
That's-
upset if it was a grung.
That's the origin story behind the grung. They
They
stepped on the
stepped foot
turtle.
on the turtle.
It's a curse.
That's why it's so close. The vampire knows it's a curse. That's why it's so close to the land. There are just turtles out here that have magical properties of turning humans into grung.
Interesting theory. I'll have to write that down. Anyways. You guys just heading on your way?
My vote is yes.
Yeah.
I don't need to vote. I'm the captain. I issue an order to the helmsman to steer clear.
He kind of steers clear of the turtle. You guys carry on your way, and after some time, night falls.
Maybe.
I will keep watch on the deck.
For the whole night again?
Yeah.
You're gonna...
Again, assuming that I'm sleeping at some point during the day.
Got it. Okay. With nobody in the crow's nest, the night passes without incident. The next day, somebody give me a D100 roll.
Who wants it? All right. Warrior, see it is.
21.
One. As you guys are going along in the boat, you begin to hear the sound of things tinking off this, like clinking off the side of the ship.
Take a look.
There are all around your ship. There are thousands of glass bottles floating.
I'm gonna call Ridley up to the deck.
Ridley comes up. He starts to try to get the bottles, or at least one of them.
I was gonna let him.
How are you getting it?
Yeah.
No,
How?
how are you getting it?
Oh, I'm gonna try to hit it with a rope.
You're just hitting it with a rope?
Just like lassoing it.
You're trying to
just-
lasso
just-
it?
Now let's do it.
Give me
I
an
like the idea
Give
of
me
the
an
kid-
acrobatics check at disadvantage.
Just throwing the rope
How-
overboard and pulling it and hoping
Out of
something's at the
curiosity,
other
how
end.
is that acrobatics?
I don't know. Felt like cowboy shit. Cowboy shit typically falls under acrobatics or athletics. I feel like Timmy has a higher acrobatics score.
Okay.
Got a 4. Wait, you did it at a
The
disadvantage.
boy literally, like,
True.
takes a rope, throws it overboard. Before he can grab the other end, the whole rope goes
Could I have-
overboard.
Could I have not disadvantage if I spend my time doing it?
Sure.
Okay, then I got a 14. What was the first one?
13.
13.
Alright. You managed to get a bottle out after several tries because it took you a minute to figure out even how to tie a lasso because you'd presumably never done it before.
I'm pretty sure I've tied plenty of ropes at this point.
Fair. You have been on the boat for almost a week and a half. You are a trained sailor in the mind of a child.
Plus, I've probably read in that Vampires book.
Oh god, I
No,
don't
I
even
think
want
we're
to
on
No,
the
no,
imagine.
no, no, no. The rope work you learned from that book is more akin to shibari.
I'm concerned about why they're teaching lassoing in a book about vampires on the open
Oh.
sea.
There's a weird segment at the end where they just teach us knots.
They keep
they
referencing
just
all of
regular
these knots,
bottles?
and I don't know why.
It's for the second book, Van Bandits. Anyways, you eventually manage to hook one of the bottles and get it up onto the boat.
Nobody made a werewolf joke with him talking about the weird section at the end being about knots.
As soon as he gets the bottle, he's gonna open it.
It has a small note inside.
I'm gonna pull out the note.
It says,
He's gonna fumble around to try to get the note out for a little bit, and then eventually it'll come out.
Yeah, I always thought about that with notes in a bottle. It's like
"Oh fuck, y'all
Shake
ever
it, I
forget a
guess.
key detail of something you were about to say, like as you start to say it?
always.
The dream."
Mostly when I'm drunk.
Mostly when I talk.
While PT's looking that up, I think Malum is going to realize where there's uncooked potatoes on a ship, there's also probably a stove to cook them. And Malum's going to start looking for that.
Where are you going?
Message in a
Sky, look at Discord.
I'm looking for a stove.
So as you look at this note, Ridley, you realize that it is a message to a god praying for the safe travels of someone's soul into the afterlife.
Yeah, Ridley takes a look at it, goes boring, and then tosses off the edge. Okay, so what's up?
The
Can-
bottle, because
I-
you didn't recork it, just hits the ground and just hits the water and immediately sinks.
What did the note say?
I don't know. I didn't really read it.
Can I pat Ridley on the shoulder and be like, "Watch this," and like jump over the edge and start like tossing bottles up to him onto the deck.
Don't do that. I grab one of the bottles, uncork it, and read the note.
It is a note. It is a note praying to the goddess Tholina for the safe travels of a soul lost at sea.
Oh no, guys.
Are we lost at sea?
No, but we're likely very near an entrance to the river Styx.
That's fine.
Well, if we're near Styx, then we're probably near the land, right?
Given the recent
STYX,
massacre,
my
most of
boy.
my people are around the river Styx.
STYX.
How many days was this? This was around like our third day, right? We should see land.
This is your second day of the now 6 instead of 3 because you're only traveling during the day. Or no, you're deciding to have people up there at night. Yeah, you have 1 day left after this.
Yeah, so I'm still throwing bottles up. Like nobody has stopped me yet.
Frog, get on the boat now.
Okay, can I like guesstimate that I threw like at least like 10 bottles up?
You probably got more like 20 up there.
You know what?
Nice.
That's better.
I start
Well, I'm
eating
just
the
gonna
bottles
start, like,
back over
open 'em
because
one
we
by
don't want
one.
anything to do with this voodoo bullshit
PT,
at all.
can I hold on, PT? I'm gonna message you something real quick. 1 second.
Your camera is losing its mind, Jacko.
Oh yeah, no, this is what my computer does now.
Should look into
It's
that.
not well. If it were a human, I'd put it down.
If it were a human, I'd euthanize
cool.
it. Oh fuck.
Okay.
Damn.
Cool.
Anyways, yeah. So you guys, you toss the bottles overboard without really anybody trying to stop you, and you guys carry on your way and just drift out of the swarm of bottles.
I'm going to check one of the bottles before it goes overboard, and I'm gonna send you a message.
Okay.
Malum is going to grab one of the bottles and replace the name of the person with one of the people he knew from the destroyed city. Like, literally, scratch out the name and just replace it with one of his old buddies.
We're just getting us. We're dicking ourselves over.
Did that answer
as
your
hard as
Did that
possible.
answer your question, Jackson?
Kind of, yeah.
There's no actual connection. Alright, so you guys drift out of this bottle, you get through the day. Final
do what
D100
Malum did.
roll of your journey on boat.
D100. Done. Rolled. Oh, 95.
As you guys are traveling, a stone slab rises from the water in front of you with an animated armor and a corpse on it. The corpse is holding an obviously magical staff, and the armor is wielding a sword with wings on the hilt.
Stop the boat! Or turn left
Belay
or right, I
that.
don't care which. Guys, we're heading straight for a stone pillar. Let's not hit it.
No, we're just gonna go around.
That's what he said. He
Okay.
said turn right so that we don't hit it.
No, turn left.
No, he yelled, "Stop the boat!"
Stop the boat or turn right.
Because he didn't want to hit the thing.
Okay, I didn't hear the "or turn right." I thought he was wanting to fuck with
Oh
it.
shit.
No.
Jackson, Aurora's out back. Can you let her in? Realize she's been out
T2,
there
is this
for...
thing within swimming distance?
Huh?
And also, two questions. One, is this thing within swimming distance? Two, how shiny is said sword?
Aurora.
God.
It would only be in swimming distance if the ship stops.
Oh no, I let her in a while ago. I forgot about that.
Extremely shiny.
Oh
So
my
does the
god,
staff that
T2.
the corpse behind him has. But we will leave that for next time because we are at our time. That is a good place to stop.
His soul is gonna get yoinked.
It's okay, who needed one anyways.
Alrighty. Thank you,
I
everyone.
think
Thank you, everyone, for watching. Thank you to our cast. We have Sathar, played by.
Mighty Orion, it was a pleasure being here.
We have Ridley, played by.
It's a me, Justicar.
We have Professor Malum, played by.
It's me, Isaac.
We have Jigzog, played by.
Dingo Dongo.
And we have Moriarty, played by.
Hi, I'm Dave. Dave Levels Up. Check me out on Twitch or whatever. Twitch, TikTok, Twitter, YouTube. For shenanigans and fuckery. Also, Steven, I'm sending you a message real quick.
There we go. Their Twitches are now down on the chat. As always, guys, I'm Perfectly Techno. Thank you for being here. We are going to toss a raid over to Misfit Table because they're playing some D&D. And we're going to say hi to them. As always, we have D&D every week. If you haven't yet, join the Discord. There's some cool stuff that's going on in there, including a giveaway. And then, until we see you again on Sunday for Bits, Crits, and Halfwits at 1:30 CST, stay cool, stay in school, and stay techno. And we will catch you then.
If that's what you want to call it.
By some definition of art.
Some definition of art. With her telling you where to go, where she'd heard that Ugfunk had gone, Clapperclaw knows this area as well. It's a place called Half Moon Bog. It is a place that both Sue and Clapperclaw have heard of before, in that it is sort of a common place for denizens of the swamp to lair in. There's like a natural small cave in this bog that tends to sort of change hands often. Like one, group will move in, or a monster will move in, or an animal or something like that. It'll take this place and lair there for a while until something else sort of kicks it out or it moves on. And from what Sue has heard, Ugfunk was headed there, looking for something particular for Bavlorna, something she was seeking, but he was a little cagey as to what it was.
Interesting.
And how many of the 5 favors for Bavlorna have we completed so far? It was like we unplugged a drain, we got the
2.
book.
It's 4 favors, as I understand it. I don't think there was a 5th. So
Yeah.
there was the preservation
was the
pool.
potential for disenchanting the armor, right?
What was that?
The fifth one that was.
Philly Girth. Oh shit. Yo, Techno, what's good, homie? We got a birthday. Yo, what is good, homie? How are you, bro? How is everything? Thank you so much for that sub. Really appreciate that from the bottom of my heart, homie. Yo, I think we're getting ready to do a D&D thing. What? You can do that? You can do that? What the? I want to buy it. For information. God damn it! He's already doing it.